everybody. I've got an interesting cast of characters here tonight on the couch at the Stumble On In. My name is Jared Sarton. I am your Dungeon Master, and across the couch we have Lindsay, Lauren, Nathan, and Austin. Tonight, oh yeah, and Tinkerbell. Little Tinkerbell's hiding in there. Tonight we have a fun little one-shot, as we have just ended our main season, our main story arc. We're diving into some one-shots. But first, we do have a few announcements. Austin, I believe there's some excitement. What is today?
Today is International Tabletop Day, and we are celebrating in appropriate fashion. So, to all of you watching us, you too are celebrating International Tabletop Day, albeit maybe not playing, but you're playing with us, and so we appreciate you being here.
And you have a table, and it has a top, so you're in. You're in. Other announcements, we do have...
Are you laughing because you just said urine?
Urine. We do have some children on the couch, but other than that, we are having a bunch of one-shots and short stories going on this summer, and we have some guest DMs when it comes to that. So, I'm not going to spoil it, but the funky one on the couch...
It's Tinkerbell.
It's Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's going to be our guest DM, so good luck understanding her for the next couple weeks.
I have Speak with Animals. We're good.
All right. So those of you who have tuned in with Speak with Animals, you may enjoy the next few sessions. The rest of us are going to sit here going, dog on screen.
Or watching D&D Doggos on Instagram. Well, not really watching, but...
D&D Doggos on Instagram. Great comics.
They're my favorites.
Other announcements here. We do have our Indiegogo.
What up?
Our Indiegogo's live. Hey, cool. If you're watching here on Twitch, which... if you're live right now at the moment with us, there is a link just below. That goes to our Indiegogo. What we're doing there is we are building a set, so you can see the start of it here behind our players. We've got some fur. We've got some fur on the couch. We got some fur sitting on the couch. We got some fur on Austin on the couch.
Austin sitting on fur on the couch.
Nathan's face.
How many levels of fur do we have?
All the levels
but
of
we've
fur.
got fur starting, and we will have some more set coming in as we go along, and that's what the Indiegogo is for. Set, sound,
That's
video.
what it's fur.
That's what the Indiegogo is for. Our fur. It's been a long week, everybody. We're just happy to be playing D&D, and we're just happy to be here, having some fun tonight. But Indiegogo's live. We're just trying to make this show better for you all. On that note, I know we've said that we would talk about schedules. We're not going to really have to talk much about schedules because guess what? We're coming to you live the first and third Saturdays of every single month the rest of this year, aside from maybe the last one of the year.
Because it falls it's pre-Christmas.
It's December 20 or something like that. 21st, okay. We might have a special Christmas episode if everyone's around and wanting to play. Otherwise, that might be our only time off. And because of that, because we might have a time off there, we have some 5-week months here. We might have an extra third episode in one or two of those. So, be on the lookout for those spare episodes, but otherwise tune in the first and third Saturdays, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Daylight Time when that changes in November. Or is it Pacific Daylight now and then Pacific Standard later? I don't know. I just follow what the iPhone tells me.
Pacific time.
Pacific time. Specific time.
The specific time.
We need to know about this mustache. We just need to get into the game so we can learn about this mustache. But we are at the Stumble On In here.
A straw would be good.
I only have metal ones. It was probably
It's
too
alright.
short. We should probably pour that in a cupping.
It's alright.
There were no such thing as straws and
Roll up a leaf really tightly.
troubles.
Oh, we got
This
trouble.
giant cluster of a couch here brought to you by Dungeons and Dragons.
Behold.
Players,
Yes.
DM.
are you ready?
Let's do this.
Heck
Oh.
yeah.
Come on, Mick.
So ready.
Tonight, we are on the island of Loam, one of the Black Isles. Oh, Black Isles, hey?
Same.
Oh,
yes.
Uh-oh, we are in the Black Isles. We're kicking it off tonight in a town called Dragonspire. It lives in the center of the Black Isles, up in the hills, right between the cities of Malkesh and Luna Pier. the two main trade cities of this island. The town was built many, many years ago and got its name because of the dragons who once perched here. The dwarves who conquered the dragons called this place the Dragon Spire, and it was meant to be a stronghold in case any of the other islands decided to invade. Hundreds of years have passed. The island never reached its potential for needing a stronghold as the islands began to work together, a coalition. The Black Isles became one country. Tonight, in Dragonspire, players, you are in the Stumble On Inn, where each of our players here in the character they have brought has been traveling together and has finally made it up the hills to Dragonspire and have come to the inn to rest. Before we go much further, and we need to figure out this twitch going on with our Bigsby friend here, let's go down the couch and explain who we are and a little bit about ourselves, because players, your characters do know each other, and for the sake of time, we're not going to sit here and banter too much, so just a little backstory for the viewers and for the DM and for yourselves.
Excellent. Where do you want to start?
Most vocal on the couch right now.
Perfect.
Let's do this.
Okay. Well, I am Rogar Shestendalioth. I am a green dragon, contrary to what I actually look like. A green dragonborn barbarian. You want to know something?
A little bit more. What drives you?
What drives me? Okay.
What are your thoughts and feelings on life? What would it be a perfect mate if you were attracting a mate? Someone who takes long walks down giant dragon bones.
Well,
whatever
actually,
it may be.
a perfect mate would be someone who can actually calm me down. I lost both of my parents many years ago, and it caused a very deep wound. And because of that, I have a tendency to fly into some very serious rages. I have anger issues.
More on that later.
In normal life, I'm very polite and very proper, but if you get me mad, it usually ends very poorly. In fact, I was very afraid of flying into a rage and killing someone I really cared about, so that's actually why I left home. I didn't want to hurt anyone close to me. And so the wilderness is now my family.
There it is. Crazy Stash, what's going on with you?
Seriously.
What is going on with you as you enjoy this sugary candy treat?
I'm Bigsby Liverloo. I'm a ranger. I can't tell because of this height, but I'm a gnome. I'm a gnome.
Oh, wow,
ranger.
look at that.
Yeah. See, I'm not
His
small
little
enough.
feetsies are dangling.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
gnome.
I'm a gnome ranger. So I'm used to just being in the woods. I know.
I understand.
I know. We have to meet here, and you'll like it here. But
All right, let's keep moving. Next.
My name is Rosalind Riverhaven, and I also do prefer the forest to Bigsby.
right, see, that's what I'm saying. Right, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
I grew up in the forest, and I lived there, and I love all living and growing things, but one day I was magically transported out and taken on a quest, and ever since then I realized that outside of the forest, not all living things are respected and cared for. So I've taken it upon myself to help the world.
So that would make you a wood elf druid, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
that is what I am.
That is what you are.
Yes, for those who couldn't. The ears are hidden.
The ears are hidden. And finally down the couch after the yawning puppy dog.
Sorry. I'm not there.
I can talk a little bit more. I'm off in the woods, the forest, because I'm
Can you speak up?
What?
It's I can't hear
He's
you.
often in the
right.
woods.
Look, I mean, here's the thing: is I rolled a 5 in charisma.
Well, now we know.
So So, look, there's things in the woods. Alright? There's things in the woods.
It's been a long week, ladies and gentlemen. Our characters have been traveling, and
There's things in the woods, I'm telling you! I'm the
so
only
many-
protection you got.
Beautiful things in the woods.
This group is ready to go to bed, apparently, and the stumble on in. And our last...
I'm here for my yearly bath.
Her name's Elowen.
Alowen.
I'm still learning.
I'm Alowen Silverhand. I
Oh, Bush.
grew.
Sorry, Push is hosting.
Thanks, Bush.
I love fish.
Grew up in an elven city far away from here.
Yeah.
Part of a noble family, and a baron took our home, and we were forced to live in a strange city. So,
How sad.
my goal is to reclaim my family's property and rightful status.
You're doing it again.
So, what class are you? What do you play?
I'm a rogue.
Ooh, what drove you to be a rogue, to claim...
Seriously, that's change.
That's change.
Yeah, so when my family was forced to live in a strange town, I was just a young child. Didn't fit in with the other kids
Oh,
because
no,
it
that
was
feels
new.
So far, it looks like you don't fit in with these kids either, but we'll see how that goes.
I will, great lot.
So I, for entertainment and justice, I stole from my peers, and sometimes they were seeking for them, so there was rewards when they were found.
So you would steal things to sell them back to people who really own them? Wow.
Business plan. Tonight,
You know.
tonight we start a business.
The way of nature is sometimes cruel.
Alright.
Karma's a bitch.
Players.
I met Karma once.
I gave her a pat on the head. Get it. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Thank you.
You, as the DM spills everything now, you players are about to enter,
World of pain.
basically. Basically. Oh man. This episode already.
It's my favorite.
I cannot wait to see how this turns
I'm
out.
so excited.
I am too.
Carry on, let's go.
You are all seated. Seated.
Citified.
Y'all are seated in a bar, and there's beer, and you're all seated at a table in an empty bar. Each of you seems to be staring past one another as if in a trance, in some thought, but you're pulled out of that suddenly when you hear, Are you finished with that? Hey, I'm talking to you. Are you finished with that? You see a slender human male standing next to you, much like a waiter would, staring at everything on your table. In front of you, each sits an empty plate, an empty mug, a few napkins of fine cloth. You don't remember what you had eaten, what you had consumed, what you had drank. It just seems like you came out of this moment of thought so abruptly that the world around you is a bit foreign. The man is standing there, stomping his foot and staring you all down, and he begins to reach out to clear some of the table in front of you. I've been asking you just so much. Are you done here? Can I take this for you?
Sure.
Does it look like we're done?
Fine. He grabs a couple of the napkins, a couple of the mugs, and he hustles back behind the bar into the kitchen. And as you look around, you appear to be almost the only ones in this very empty bar. There's one man seated at the bar, sipping his drink, paying no mind to the kerfuffle that just happened.
He must have had a bad day.
Anyone remember what I ate?
No.
Alright, just as long as it's not just me.
I can't say that I remember either. How peculiar.
Huh. Yeah, I don't. Mick, you good?
The fox on the floor stands up and yawns.
There's a fox.
There's a fox!
Oh, lovely!
Ladies and gentlemen, our crazy
Hello,
crazy
fox.
Bigsby has a fox.
We have a fox.
What did the fox say?
No. We're not.
Fox didn't say nothing.
No.
They don't talk. Good.
I only speak with birds, I'm sorry.
Actually, they do talk. Let me check.
Stopping in to see what's up. Can't see.
Welcome in.
Mick doesn't remember neither.
Mick doesn't remember anything about what is being consumed.
Something POTUS.
Should we be concerned that we don't remember what we ate
The
or
real
drank?
POTUS.
Welcome, POTUS.
The real POTUS
The
98?
real POTUS.
Is that you?
Wow.
The real POTUS is
Oh my goodness.
It's the real one, not
The
the,
real
fake
POTUS.
one.
Good to see you on here.
the real POTUS is a familiar face on some of the other streams that
Nice women.
Bigsby has been on.
Hi.
You're in for a treat.
There's a lone man at the bar.
Low man at the bar. No one else. The bar seems pretty empty tonight.
Can I sneak up and does he have money in his pocket?
There you go.
You can sneak up if you want. Go for it.
Can I take money from his pocket? What
Yeah.
do I have to roll anything?
Let's have you walk up to
Yeah.
him. We're going to do 2 here. I'm going to have you roll stealth to see if you can get up to him unnoticed.
20, right?
20. We are rolling blacksmith craft dice tonight.
What up?
Amazing metal dice. You can find them on Amazon. There's a link in our Twitch profile. Scroll down if you want to see. Sorry, druids don't really care for metal, but
this one has green on it.
there it is.
She's using green tonight. I chose the red.
I rolled a 17.
17. What is your bonus to it? Or is
That was the 7.
Oh, with the bonus?
That was,
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
You
As
sneak.
I see her sneaking,
Mhm.
I don't feel comfortable with taking money from strangers. So I walk up on the same side and say, "Hello, sir," to get
Did
his
I-
attention.
You sneak up perfectly. He doesn't notice, but at that moment, Rosalind walks up and greets the man. However,
So I'm gonna
I went to the
Take
same
a-
side as she was
I'm
standing.
gonna take a coin from his pocket.
the man doesn't respond to the greeting. He just sits there, hand on the mug, tilting it back and forth, like in thought. As you reach the pocket, I need you to roll a sleight of hand for me.
I can do that.
While you do
Wow.
that, thanks for the follow, Real POTUS 98.
Hey, thank you.
I have a 24.
A 24. You expertly reach out to slide your hand in this man's pocket, and as you enter the pocket of his coat, you don't generally feel sensation on your hand as you slide in because you do so well to not touch cloth, but you reach what you think is the end of the pocket and you feel nothing. And as you push forward even further, you realize your hand passes straight through this man.
What?
So through the man?
Straight through the man.
Do they see it?
I was gonna say, I'm
You
gonna,
all see this, and as that
Blessed.
happens, he shimmers just a little bit.
So
Oh.
standing
A
right next to him, I
blue
would notice
glow.
the shimmer.
You would notice that shimmer at this moment.
Oh,
Doggo's sneezing.
Nope.
That's
Nope.
Mick.
Nope.
Sir?
He doesn't respond. He continues
So I
to
saw
sit
all this happen.
So-
and
Rogar.
You saw the shimmer, yeah.
I try and do this. Does my hand stop there? Or does it keep going?
it hits the hand just like you've done.
So Rogar is actually going to move to like the far end of the inn once he sees that man shimmering. Here's the thing with ghosts. Not a fan.
All right.
So
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna draw both my weapons.
So I'm gonna, which I don't know if it is a ghost, but in Rogar's mind,
Oh, yeah.
it is. So he's gonna be like, oh, no, nope.
So
if there's a fire, I'm moving close to it.
Rogar is cowering in the corner. These two ladies are just trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm gonna take the mug to see if I get some sort of reaction.
As you reach for the mug, the same thing happens. You hit the mug and pass through it, and there's a blue shimmer.
Mick and I are in attention. Like, gonna be just in case.
What kind of sorcery is this?
I wave my hand in front of his face.
No response.
Waiter!
He seems to be almost on a different plane, but you see his image here.
Huh.
Waiter!
No response comes from the kitchen.
This is weird.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
I'll go to the kitchen. Me and Mick.
Alright.
Go to the kitchen door. Open it.
As you open the kitchen door, you hear clanking and clunking and pots being slid across stoves. You hear some water as someone's washing a pot. You hear a fire roaring. You smell food being cooked. It sounds like a very lively kitchen for a not so lively evening.
Hey!
The fire's crackling.
You hear?
said?
Yeah.
Oi! In here!
There's no response from anyone in the kitchen. As you open the door a bit further, the kitchen is empty and dark, but you still hear the sounds. You smell a bit
Really
of
upside
food.
down.
You smell a bit of food as if it's being cooked, but you don't see anyone cooking.
No, it was the upside.
On
Oh,
the
okay.
large table in the middle of the kitchen sits the two mugs and the two napkins that were removed from your table. Everything else is packed away. The kitchen is empty. There even appears to be a fine layer of sparkly blue dust, like the same sparkle you saw happen to the man when you interacted with him.
Back out of the kitchen. Something's not right here. Nobody's in there, but I heard a bunch of noises.
I go to the front door and open it to see if it looks weird out there.
As you push on the front door, it doesn't budge. All of the windows are dark on the outside, and it feels like it's pitch black out.
The door won't open. I try it harder.
The door doesn't move at all.
I'm going to draw my Moonblade.
How did we even get here in the
So
first
we're like
I don't remember.
weapons drawn. It does just it casts a bright light at 15
know
foot. So if it's dark
where
at
we
all,
are?
I have some light radiating from the blade.
Yep.
But yeah,
It's a dim light. Yep.
and
Last
I'm gonna
time,
start edging closer to the guy because like everything's getting weird. He needs to investigate, even though he's like not super happy about it.
And players, because I've heard you say weird a few times. Here we go. Creepy
Yes,
music.
creepy
Yeah.
music.
Creepy music begins. The front door doesn't open. The kitchen sounds full, but is not. The man at the bar doesn't respond, and yet seems to be there and not be there at the same time. As you've all readied yourselves and are staring confused around the room, you hear a drip, drip, drip coming from behind the bar.
All of it, like, don't need to roll perception on that. Just we hear it.
You hear it. It's
Okay.
it's a incredibly quiet evening to the point where
Sure,
you don't
'cause
hear
there's no one
anything.
else in
You don't
there.
hear
We're all
anything
quiet.
bustling outside even.
I'll
Right.
go behind the
Evening
bar and
traffic.
look at it.
Sure.
As you peer
I'll
behind the
follow.
bar, there's a large keg at the far end that looks freshly tapped. There's a few steins sitting above it, and it's not a very good tap, so it is dripping a little bit from the handle, very lightly. There's a small puddle on the floor as if it maybe have been tapped about an hour ago and is sitting there waiting to be consumed.
Rogar, you want one?
If there's no one to serve it here,
I'll serve
I
it.
believe I'll.
So I'm getting one. A beer
You
friend.
grab a mug off the countertop, and as you reach for the handle on the keg splits slightly in the center, and you see a row of teeth begin to appear.
Oh.
Okay, no, I'm backing up.
Please
I cash a lele.
roll for initiative.
Yes!
Go for it.
Do you want me to roll separate for Mick or have him go
that's
on the
okay.
same
Mick,
turn?
Mick will be on your turn.
Okay.
For
right.
ease of play, we can.
Right.
So, those of you who have never played with companions, there's so many ways to play with companions. We're going to put Mick on Bigsby's turn because it's a lot easier for management, and we don't forget.
Yep.
Because there isn't. I mean, we could have Tink be the representation for the doggo.
I think just also, so that we know, my version of the Ranger is I went out of Xanathar's guide. I'm a monster hunter, but we also worked in an animal companion, so we're using some of the rules there, but not all the rules. We made it Bigsby special.
He's special indeed.
I will agree.
Bigsby is very special as he's sat there messing with his hair and stash for most
tall
of
are
the
you?
episode so far.
How tall are you?
All right, let's go down just alphabetical order. So Bigsby, you get to give me your initiative first.
I got a 12
12 total.
12 total.
12 total. I was gonna say, math is hard, but you did it.
I
Well
did
done.
it.
Aloan,
8.
8 total.
Yeah.
Rogar,
11. Sorry, I was snickering at his height.
What is it?
3'5".
My mom.
Oh, so
I
he's
just
half
wanna
my
his
height.
his
I'm 6'6".
his fox stands about his height.
That's it.
I think
Rosalind?
it's, the real POTUS wants to know if my mustache gets its own place in the industry.
It might have to at this rate. It might have to.
What you don't know is this is just a giant caterpillar that are trained to sit here. I'm just kidding.
It's actually really weird seeing it like every now and again like move its head.
Yeah.
Did you ask me?
Yes.
Did ask you.
15.
15
Like
What did you get?
players.
so we're all like,
We are in our first battle of the
Midsection.
evening.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Someone from the 70s.
Yep. I'll do. Thank you. I think.
Here's how it goes down. The keg continues to split open a bit further. Teeth bared. You have found yourselves a mimic.
Indeed.
A mimic indeed. And, apologize, Aloan. You are right there.
No, I
trying to pour
moved
your-
back. I specified that I moved back.
You are right there as it
Closer!
You are right there as it starts. You will be attacked. I'm rolling this die that you told me to roll. See how it goes. Maybe you jinxed it tonight and it's all in your favor.
No one gave him the
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, I'm using them.
Don't give your DM the blacksmith craft dice.
Terrible
We have
idea.
found that Blacksmith Craft Dice rolls everything you need. So tonight I've touched all of the D20s.
No!
A melee attack against you alone. 11 does not hit your armor class, does it?
No.
Nailed it.
As the teeth come out, an arm forms from the side of this keg and stretches out and swats at Aloan, but misses and hits the floor next to her.
Oh wait.
Rosalind?
Yes.
Wait. Was that a surprise round? Sorry, I forgot. I forgot something about the Ranger. Let me just see something. No. Exact same number.
Alright.
I'll get advantage on my initiative rolls.
If they're surprised?
If anything.
Okay. So exact
But
same
I
number.
rolled the exact same number.
Blacksmith Craft Dice helps us have
that
to
just
not
made it
make-
easier. Hey, JPEG's here.
Hey, hello.
Hi, guys.
Cheers, mate.
I am going to reach into my bag of tricks and throw a fuzzy ball to the mimic, and it's going to become
Roll the
You have to
D8.
roll on it.
Bag of tricks.
Yes.
Our players are level 3. Some of them
A
have
giant
been through.
weasel.
Some of them have been through other campaigns.
What?
Let's see if I have a giant weasel. I do have a giant weasel in my monsters. It is friendly to you, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
No. She just pulls random animals and hopes they help.
Alright. And it will go.
I can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what
Yep.
action it takes.
Okay, so as you throw this fuzzy furball of a thing, and it gets closer and closer to the mimic, it sprouts legs and a bit of a tail, drops to the floor, and you have a giant weasel. And that was your action, but you now may use your bonus action if you want to command it. It is sitting right next to Alolan.
Bite the mimic, please.
Bite the mimic. Bite the mimic.
Hold on. You said please.
Alright, let me link it up with your turn.
You must use
Thank you,
respect
Pegasus.
for things of nature.
Drew it myself.
Alright, now it's linked up with your turn. And you want the giant weasel to bite. Okay, giant weasel. I'm pulling up your stats and causing you to bite. The giant weasel bites with a 20, so it hits the armor class. You are good. Giant weasel then does 1d4 plus 3, so please roll your 1d4.
A 3.
A 3. So
Nice.
you do 6 points of
Nice.
damage with
Good
your
job,
weasel.
Yeah, that's Weasel, and we have a Weasel now. How long does said Weasel last?
We have a weasel. It lasts until it has 0 hit points or until the next dawn. So,
So
it's
We have
there.
a Weasel
You
until
have,
dawn.
you have a weasel until dawn.
Do we know what time of day it is?
Non-existent.
I was gonna
So
say
we
it's
have
dark.
it
It's dark outside.
I was gonna say it is dark.
Forever and ever, the weasel will stay with you. You've now found a way to do this. You go to a weird ethereal plane, and now it's.
into our hearts.
And we will skip the weasel because that was its turn. Bigsby Loofaloo.
Thank you very much. How are you?
You're taking your turn, mate.
Oh right, hello. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Slayer's Prey on. It's not a spell. It's an ability for the Monster Slayer. As a bonus action, I designate a creature I see within 60 feet. This lasts until I do this again. This ability. My first hit to the target with a weapon attacked on each of my turns does an extra d6 of damage.
Right.
So I'm gonna use that ability, and I'm gonna move and jump up on the bar and go out from above it.
Alright. Let's do this.
What?
All right. Oh, with my sickle and my hand axe.
Oh, dual wielding.
Yes, I'm dual
Nice.
wielding. So
Can I get you to
what you need?
roll some acrobatics to make sure you make it onto the bar, Shorty?
Yeah.
There.
Nope. It's okay. My acrobatics is plus exactly what I rolled.
2?
It's an 8 total.
You got decent acrobatics.
Yep. Thank God.
You jump up to gracefully leap onto the bar, but your toes catch the edge of the bar.
No.
You sturdy yourself with your offhand weapons. You may attack with your main hand.
Oh, darn. Okay, that's why I keep my less deadly but just as cool looking one. So that's my sickle. My sickle, which doesn't do as much damage. It looks cool. That's a Lena, right?
I call it that.
Let's say 17 to hit.
We do have a real druid in the room. That doggo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seriously.
I think she's
He
moved
does
on.
hit.
It's because of the cheesy
17 to
tarts.
hit.
Okay.
Oh, she's begging for food. Okay.
She's been doing
Okay.
this before I ate cheese.
No, the cheesy puffs have been here. the
It
whole
does
time.
hit. Please roll
And
your
the gummy
damage,
bears.
sir.
Oops. Well, that doesn't help. That's a let's see. 3 plus 3 is 6. 7 damage
7 total.
from that one, and then you want me to can I tell Mick to get in on this?
You may.
So I'll say, McCallJ, get up here. And he's going to run up.
McCallJ?
McCallJ.
Is that his Christian name?
McCallJ.
So it's like Michael Jackson.
Michael J.
No.
Or
Michael
Jordan.
J. The
Fox?
Fox.
Ba-ba!
That's
Found out.
I'm so happy about
It
this.
didn't even make it a full round.
Michael J.
Lauren, were you in on this? Did you know about this?
spoiled it so quick.
I was not in on this.
That's amazing.
Nobody knew about it. McCallJ.
I saw it and I'm just like,
The real POTUS says it's his new favourite companion.
It's McCallJ the Fox.
the real POTUS, here you go. MIKALJAE. You may does he have permission to use that in other campaigns?
Yeah, sure.
Not trademarked.
Not trademarked.
But I call him Mick, so that's why nobody noticed it until now, because I've just been calling him Mick.
You guys are killing Lindsay on the end. If she explodes, her head explodes from laughter.
She's not playing Valari today.
Yeah. Valari would have surged so many times by now. You all would have been dead due to lightning strikes. But
We all
are
have our
here.
own unicorn.
You all are here.
You know.
Let's have him also roll dexterity to make sure he gets up on
Alright, let's see, he's a fox, isn't he?
like a fox. Yep.
I'll give him...
Like a fox.
He's from the woods more than me, so...
Oh, Doggo's now falling asleep. We're boring.
What'd you say, acrobatics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 13.
13 total?
Yep.
He does make it up on,
Good
but
job,
just
Nick.
barely. He taps a back toe as he gets up there, but he jumps up to join you, and he may take a bite action, I believe. is
Yep,
what it
he's
is.
gonna bite it.
Roll for.
Oh, right, how about I roll
Keep
it
that-
first?
keep those
I'll
up.
keep those there. They're right there as
I
is.
see them.
Yeah.
That's a 17 on the die for Mick.
17 on
Plus
the
4
die.
is a 21.
Hits.
So he hits, and he gets a 1 plus a 3 is a 4. Plus 6.
What?
He's got a plus 6. I don't know how he did that. How'd you do that, Mick?
Holy crap!
3.
Should it be plus 3? What should... Mick, I feel like you're cheating, Mick.
His hit dice says 3d10 plus 1?
Maybe.
Is that what I'm reading?
Plus 2, maybe?
Yeah, what?
Mick has pants.
How many-
Making TikTok.
Hit dice are 3d10?
How many drinks did you have when typing this out?
No, not many. No, actually, okay, so if I'm being honest. So Mick is a very special type of fox. Anyone looking at him also sees a saddle on top, and they'll notice that he's larger than most foxes. So he's a riding fox, is what he is.
He's a giant fox.
His damage shouldn't be this high, but I guess he's a big fox.
But that's the thing is, so it's.
Do you want
I
the
don't think
wolf
I don't
stats?
think the plus 6 is right. In
No.
fact, let me check something. I'm going to check something because I didn't dumb him down, but I actually took his personal hit points down from the thing that I sent you about it. And
His
so
hit points are 25.
so
It's pretty fair for a big beast.
right. They actually
A
listed
bite
it.
action from a wolf is plus 4 to hit, and it is 2d4 plus 2.
That's probably what this actually says. Let's see.
Say a wolf.
Bite action. Yeah. Okay. So it's plus 2. I don't know why it says 6 there.
2d4 plus
But
2.
on the if you're looking it up, there is a great, pretty cool, right? I mean, it happens in games.
Got a side book.
Oh,
Side
hell.
book.
So it is it's a great account called bonus_action. They give a lot of really cool
On
creatures
Instagram?
on Instagram. They give a lot of really cool little specialties like a riding fox.
I'm looking at it.
There's
but it's
a really
not-
cool image with it. There are so many great accounts on Instagram. I've found so many great things.
Yeah, that's
Other campaigns have gotten some
So-
great inspiration from that.
His hit dice, according to the pictures I sent you, is actually 32, but I figured I'm only level 3, so he should only be level
Yeah.
3, so I took down the hit points and made it more the animal companion rulings.
And that's the beauty of playing a game at
Yeah, that looks
any
like a
different
type one, yeah,
DM's
'cause they
discretion.
have
You
the
can have cool
constitutions
stuff,
plus
like a
one.
riding fox. It jumps up on the counter and bites things, like a mimic.
So did it bite today?
So you rolled 2d4?
Oh, I see.
Gentlemen, 2d4?
Yes, I did
Plus-
that. It's 4 plus
It's
2
4.
is 6.
6 total.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's
So,
yeah, it's
we'll-
The
great.
fox and the weasel have done all of the time.
Aww.
I hit it
Fox
too.
and the Hound, almost.
You're part of the fox.
Alright, the fox does lay into the top of this mimic, and as it bites into the wood, it actually appears more fleshy. It gets a nice chomp into it.
Oh wait, can you try and knock it prone?
Does not succeed.
What doesn't succeed?
Knocking it prone.
Okay.
Bite has a. The
It's a
creature
10.
must do a DC 10.
Yeah. Okay. So
I got a 14.
okay, cool. I
It's
didn't
a-
know
it's
if
a
you
straight
meant,
DC.
I didn't know if
Yeah.
you meant you didn't succeed or I didn't succeed at doing the thing.
The knocking it prone didn't succeed.
Cool.
So there's a
Oh.
14 on my wonderful red.
Try again.
Good job,
die.
Mick.
You didn't give me red dice, but I do have my red D20. Rogar, it is your turn. As you've been cowering in the corner because of the ghost and you
Well-
stepped forward for the beer,
I was gonna say I followed her
you're
around the
one
bar.
confused dragonborn.
Seriously. So I'm just gonna strike with the moon blades that I have, not S, but the moon blade that I have.
Moonblade.
Moon
From a particular game that you might be able to actually get. If you look at our Indiegogo page, there's a one-off that you might be able to get that may or may not contain a moonblade. I'm just gonna say
Minor
that.
spoiler, Nathan on the couch has designed a really cool starter campaign. That is on the Indiegogo page at one of our backer levels. It is a great little campaign. We've doctored it up nicely with some online tools to give you a very wonderful feel like it just came out of an official book. That is a backer gift at one of our tiers on Indiegogo. Go check it out.
Real POTUS, thank you for the host.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And Real
thank you, thank you.
Podos just put hashtag Team Mick.
Hashtag Team Mick.
We went over it.
Sorry, I was
It's alright.
working with
Mick
you.
has fans. You
Yes.
don't yet.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That's all right.
Your imaginary dog. My imaginary goblin as well. So
Push the Fisherman is glad it wasn't Alex P. Keaton, his character on Family Ties. What kind of animals are Keaton?
we can make one up for D&D just because
So we-
it's a
I
small
want two
bird.
animals
It's a small
companions.
board. It's
I
a
want
small
Mick
bird.
And Alex P.
An LXP, the Keaton. It's a very tiny bird that sits in the palm of your hand. It's got tiny wings, very much like a kiwi bird.
Yeah.
Doesn't go anywhere. It has.
But it can speak French.
And I can speak
If we knew what
bird.
French was in this universe,
For all we know, French is actually common.
for all we know, French is actually dragonborn.
We don't know.
We don't know. No one knows.
What you doing?
I imagine Dragonborn is Russian.
Is what?
Probably.
Wouldn't that be
I
Draconic?
just want to make sure this. Okay. So
Did you?
I wanted to make sure I didn't have to rage for this. I'm going to, for my first attack, since I am a barbarian, I'm going to do a reckless attack, which means I get advantage on my attack roll, but it attacks against me will
against
also
you
have
until your
advantage.
next turn.
Until
Yep.
my next turn. Okay, so that's
pretty.
going to be a 23.
Miss. Just
I was going to say,
kidding.
that better hit.
It hit for everyone else, but it
So, rolling, that'd be, but it's two-handed. I'm using it two-handed, because I don't have shield. And that will be, 10 total.
10 total. You rush in and you swing violently at this mimic, and it gets hit pretty hard. And you feel the blade sink in, and the mimic lets out a squeal but bares its teeth yet again.
What did Joe do last time?
Got
Hello,
the weasel.
Hello, and there is music going on. It's just very quiet at this point.
It's my turn. To clarify,
You still have tankard in hand if you want to use that as a makeshift weapon. I think makeshift is a D8 plus 3?
to clarify,
D4, yes.
I can use my
D8.
I was like, I'm gonna start chucking things at it. It's better than my weapons.
Catapults in a different game. Let's go.
my sneak attack works because he is.
There's a few of us within 5
There's
feet.
a few within
Yeah.
5 feet. Like, everyone is pretty close up.
It's a weasel, a fox,
Yeah.
a gnome, a
There's
bar.
There's a dragonborn standing over a giant weasel with you next to it, a fox, and a very, very short stuff on top,
And it's a
stabbing
big
and
fox.
biting.
To put it in perspective, it's about the size of a mastiff.
So I will use.
You're just the only one out of it. You probably can't see the giant keg at the moment. But yeah.
So I use my short sword
Use your short sword,
and attack the
right?
mimic.
And you're using sneak attack, so that means you have what, advantage on the attack?
No, I
She
don't.
gets sneak attack if she has advantage, or if
Or
there's someone
if.
within 5 feet.
Okay.
So
Oh, that doesn't
attack
actually
roll
dice,
is
Yes.
just straight.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just a straight attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
So many characters.
Yeah,
so
right.
little time.
And new characters. You haven't seen these before.
I looked at them this afternoon for about 30
5
minutes.
Oh.
There's so much.
So roll for
I roll for a hit, right?
attack.
Roll for attack.
Yeah.
Roll your
Yeah,
d20
roll the
and
D20.
then your whatever your plus to hit is there.
What is it though?
So
Plus
that plus.
7.
So 16.
And her dex is
Hits.
outrageous.
Yeah.
We streamed it on
Next time I'm gonna have her
Instagram.
roll my character.
Yeah.
He might be more jovial.
He
He's
might.
pretty jovial.
More
No.
personality.
No.
Oh, he's got lots of personality.
Well,
That
Too much
mustache.
personality.
It's just, do you want us?
He's got lots of personality right here. Otherwise, it hits.
Okay, so does this mean 2d6 or 3d6?
3d6.
What?
It's a d6 for your short sword and then 2d6 for your sneak.
Are you wanting all
Yeah.
blacksmith?
Jeez.
Or do you want to use it? That's,
No.
no, D6
That's
is the
an
regular
8.
ones. Is this how she rolled a character? She rolling all D8s.
I'm sleep deprived.
It was 20s. We saw it all. It was on this. No.
Re-roll that one.
How did I get?
6
How did I get
and
60 on this?
10.
So, plus 5, so 10, 13, 18.
Dude, sneak attack's beast.
Sneak attack is beast.
What? What?
18, you said?
What?
Yeah.
I'll say I do this. I'm like, we all were just like. She's just
And then Alolan just steps forward, and the blade appears out of nowhere and just sinks right into this keg, and a bit of beer squirts out the top.
Is it real beer? Or is it just mechanodes?
Is it
It's
sparkling?
Mimikinoids is what it is. It looks like beer, foams out like beer. It's a little gooey and bloody.
Smells like
Does it
guts.
get
Does it
get on
taste-
me? Or?
Does it taste like beer?
It sprays
off
up
the
at
Tastes
you.
like
It
Bud
sprays
Light.
up at you because you're standing over the thing, and it hits the fox in his face. McCall J. Fox.
Does it taste like beer?
McCown.
No, it does not.
McCall J.
It's got a very irony flavor as it hits your face. But the mimic lets out a big scream at this point, as you have done quite a bit of
Bonus
damage.
action, I'm going to dash backwards.
Dash backwards. How far?
But that will provoke an opportunity attack.
It will.
What?
It will provoke an opportunity attack, meaning it will get an attack against you if you move back. Because you're in its...
Unless you
Nerd
disengage.
IPA.
Oh,
can disengage.
For a
let
limited
me
time.
just disengage then.
There's a stream of it.
Mimic IPA. It's the bad IPA.
We actually had a mimic.
We did.
Jordan
it was
and I
good.
made a mimic once.
Yeah, he
It tastes
grows.
far better than the mimic you're tasting now.
So do I get an
was a
extra
blue
bonus
moon.
action because that was my cunning action?
I mean,
Your
isn't
cunning
it
action could
dead?
either
Is
be
it
used
dead?
to dodge or not.
I
to
did
dodge, to
disengage. Yeah.
Well, how much movement do you have left?
I don't know.
She
You
was
stepped
right
in
next
still
to
have
5
an
feet.
action.
You have 30 feet of movement if
Okay.
you disengage. So you can move back towards the table that you were at to another table. You can hop up on the bar to be cool with the rest of the group.
I'll say, with him up on the bar,
Not really.
He's still shorter than me, isn't he?
He stands almost your height.
He's
I'm
like,
because I'm 6'6" and he's
and
3'5".
next
He's
to
up on the
me.
bar. He's almost as tall.
He's slightly taller than you.
Oh, he is?
The bar is just shy of 4 feet.
he's,
Okay.
'Cause it's a
Gotcha.
nice.
So
he's
it's
next
like,
to me, so I can't. Can I jump over the bar, please?
The fox will be in your way, but he's tall enough, and if you roll a very good dexterity, I'll allow you to try and slide under it.
Can I
Otherwise,
try it?
you'll
Yeah, let me try that because I
Let's
have
do
really
it.
good acrobatics,
Let's do it.
right?
Let's do it.
Acrobatic.
Do it!
Acrobatics.
Thanks.
You're trying to jump and slide
I'm
under
still
the
in
bar.
battle.
It's a 19.
A 19. You do jump and slide just under the fox, and you graze your hand under his chest and give it a little scratch, and you drop on the other side, and you stand up. Nice. Careful.
Different campaign.
Different campaign.
Different
We'll
campaign.
worry about that another time, another place. And we have a doggo trying to hide in the fur. So you do make it onto the other side. At that moment, you hear a couple stomps and back from the table you were sitting at. It too
What?
was a mimic.
What?
It comes forward to attack Aloan as she has slid over the bar. It walks up to you, stomping all 4 legs, and
What is
lets
this,
out
Beauty and the Beast?
a chomp.
Through the mist, through the woods.
Have to re-roll that.
Kill the table.
8.
Does not
It
hit.
chomps at you and just totally misses.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
The mimic that is spraying mimic juice does take another bite at the
You know
dragonborn.
you're coming after me.
that has
You're like,
lodged.
who do I have
that
advantage
is-
on?
you just lodged a sword square into its head. It's gonna just bite at whatever it's got. And the weasel's just too darn cute to kill right now.
Seriously. Let's be honest.
And McAldrick's a fan favourite.
Already. It bites out at you for 8.
No.
With
As it bites out.
With it, is that with advantage?
Oh,
Why
let's
would he
see.
get
Go for it,
advantage?
go for it.
Does he get advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
8.
Oh, yeah.
Blacksmith crap. Oh wait.
I don't have
He's-
blacksmith.
We don't let him use them.
Red DM dice goes.
Dice trail.
Dice jail. It's over here.
Is it my
Wait, what
turn?
did he roll on the second one?
It is.
eight.
It is the
I
main
thought he
mimic's
said
turn
18.
that just bit,
Oh,
and now
right.
it is your turn.
Okay. So I have my staff, and as we shall recall, I did shillelagh before
I
battle
heard it.
started. So I'm going to turn because
It doesn't matter. I
Alone?
think it's a bonus
is it
action.
all alone? I know, but I might want a bonus with another action. And I'm gonna swing at the table mimic.
So you step around the end of the bar and you swing.
I
at
hadn't
the
moved
table.
really. Oh, I was by the man.
You. Oh, yes,
So my
you're
brain,
by
I
the man.
just
So
walked.
She threw
I'm
the
pretty
weasel.
close.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
threw the weasel. Yeah, 'cause she
Through the
So-
furball.
yeah, you are standing basically right next to each other.
Great. So I'm gonna swing
So you swing. Go for your
with
swing.
my d12. Roll a d12.
Nah. Yeah,
roll
nah.
a d20. You want to roll a d20 for a swing.
Blacksmith craft dice.
That's a 16 on the dice plus 5.
Yeah.
So
21.
21.
21.
It's
Thank goodness it's not a no play.
And then it's a d8 plus 3. 5
total.
total.
All right. You swing and you smack your staff right on the top of the table, and you hear a thunk and a little squeak from the mimic as it wasn't ready for an attack from you.
That's good. Weasel.
Weasel's turn. What? Well, you've got your bonus action for a weasel.
Yes. So I would say keep going.
Keep going. The weasel can bite, so
Okay.
I will
Yes.
roll a.
Bite again, please.
Did you name him yet?
Weasel does hit. You may roll a d4.
I'm waiting for him to tell me his
Plus
name.
3.
Is it like a Pokeball situation?
Basically.
He also bites for 5.
He also bites for 5. On the mimic that's spraying
Raise
everywhere.
it for 5.
The SNL mimic over there. Right.
It's just a flesh wound.
Tis but a scratch. I've had worse. You hear the mimic shout.
What are you gonna do? Beer on me?
Hey.
I'll get it.
It's the mustache's turn. And then Bixby, you're next.
And then Nick.
Alright, so something I'm going to do now. So I've got that special thing activated, and I haven't moved it yet. So it's still active on this one, but now I'm going to cast it. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark as well. It is a spell.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast it.
Neither of them are concentration, correct?
Hunter's Mark is, but the other one isn't.
Okay, so you're good.
So that one will remain. And now I also have Hunter's Mark. And now I'm going to try and attack it with
Are you putting Hunter's Mark on the same creature?
yeah.
Or, okay.
Yep. I like it's like one eye's got him. Now both eyes got him.
We see this wonderful cross-eyed moment where the eyes come from the sides of the head and then don't stop straight on, but they just continue a little bit center.
You see my mustache twitch like
The mustache sprouts eyes
Is it
and does the same
twitching?
thing.
it's twitching. Alright, so here's my I want to hit it with both of my attacks. Or I'll try to at least. What we call this one?
That.
This?
Yep.
And so that's going to be a 17 and a 19. Sickle dex.
Both hit?
Alright. So both of them are going to hit. So now, this is where it gets tricky, because I need to roll...
Oh, great.
I roll a d4 for that one. I roll a d6 for this one.
Nathan is no stranger to this. He plays another ranger, and he's like, this dice plus this dice is for this hand, and this dice plus that dice plus this one is this other hand.
Do you want
I've got these.
Oh, you got
Sorry. So I've got this one. So that's the 2 weapons, and that's the first hit. In Hunter's Mark, every weapon attack that I make gets an extra d6.
All right, let's do this. Let's
So
see what happens.
I'm just going to borrow
Let's
this.
see what happens.
So Gamma, what you've just walked in on is we're fighting a keg of beer and a table with a weasel and a fox and Bigsby's
a dragon and
mustache.
a gnome and Bigsby's mustache.
Bixby's mustache is the one doing the most damage right now, it looks like,
To our eyes.
to our eyes
Okay, 15. 15 there.
and our nightmares.
Plus 6, 21 damage.
I'm not going to be able to sleep. How much damage?
21, I finally caught up to the
21.
rogue.
As you
Yes.
twitch one eye and wiggle the mustache a little bit and
I
stare this mimic down.
I'll go.
You snarl a little bit, but at that moment, the keg is shifting. You get sprayed in the mouth, so it's and you just come down with
Bad beer.
both hands.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Are you okay? They
It's a
sink.
mimic, not a keg.
They sink into the mimic, and this mimic suddenly turns from a keg into a giant ball of gooey material. And you hear, you've killed one of the 2 mimics.
And I'll go, Mick! Get the other!
As we're trying to get approval from the stream here, well, this has been a really tough one, not because it's hard to DM, but it's just all of us are kind of a little worn for a week, so everything's funny, and woo!
I
That
think it's just what we all needed.
That mustache. Mick jumps down and does his bite. You may roll for a bite.
Alright, Mick! Get him!
Oh yeah, Gamma.
Bite his legs off! It's 16 plus 4.
That's a soft one.
It's a 20.
Hits.
Alright, come on, Mick. Let's take him down like we'd like to. Stupid bloody furniture. Does a total of 8 damage. I hate furniture.
He says, sitting on the Stumble On In's couch.
Stupid tables. Just sit on the ground. Get in, Mick!
Mick jumps down from the counter and lands right on the middle of the table and kicks off the last plate that was sitting on the table, and it crashes to the floor, and it lets out a scream. That too was a mimic, but it was killed being kicked off
Very
of.
tiny mimic.
The plate was
The plate was a mimic.
Wait, that's a kill for Mick.
That's a kill for Mick. It lets out a little scream and turns into a little blob on the floor. And then Mick bites down into the table. This time no beer comes spraying out of it.
That would be weird.
That would be really weird. This mimic was confused. They didn't know what humans drink out of. Alright.
Do you want to tell your Gamma the name of your fox?
Oh yeah. My fox's name is I call him Mick, but his full name's McAlJ. It's Macalj Fox. I nailed it.
He was all right.
He's a child.
I'm gonna kick him off this stream eventually.
he's also got a saddle on him.
Yeah, Rogar, the Dragonborn.
Leaves forever.
Wait, I'll explain it. I have a 5 in charisma.
Yeah, 5 in charisma. That basically.
I see it. It's an explanation.
There it is. Dragonborn, sir, you're behind the bar.
I am.
This gooey mess happening. You are about 20 feet of moving out and around the bar to stab the
Kill the platinum count.
Well, we're
butt
gonna
end of this table.
The what?
The butt end of
That's
this
actually
table.
what I was
I
thinking.
think so.
Yep. So I'm going. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh, jeez. Thanks, chat. I love.
There's so much shade being thrown right now.
Please keep ruining my players. I can't see the window, so it's so nice when they just start dying over there for almost no reason to me.
Gamma says, Nate, your charisma has been haunting me for 27 years. I'm immune.
Bad rolls, Mom and Dad. Bad rolls.
I've happened to pick that roll great.
Dragonborn, sir.
I'm going to go around the bar and attack the table number 2.
The
Or
hindquarters.
The second mimic, yeah.
Gamma's on your side.
Gamma's on your side, yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Don't you have that thing?
I think it's just the first. I don't know if it's the first time per.
You do have a couple different ways to deal a lot of
Have you
damage.
raged yet?
No.
Wait, hold up. You're a barbarian in the middle of a battle.
In
you
a
haven't
weird
raged,
place with 2 mimics.
that you don't know nothing about, and it didn't unsettle you to the
I was gonna
point
say,
of rage.
the first one didn't. The second one probably would. So, first attack on your turn. Oh shoot, that reads differently than what I thought it would. Okay, so, he is going to,
Hang on just a second. We've got to watch
This is our
this. We've
favorite
got to watch
part
this.
of the show.
Here we go.
Try to drink.
Here we go.
Bigsby taking
Here
a
we go.
drink of water.
Oh.
Now everybody's watching me.
Oh. He gets the bottle in his mouth. He chugs. He has to keep doing this because he can only drink about 3 times per stream. We're clear, ladies and gentlemen. We're clear. We're clear. Well done. Well done.
Out of the splash zone.
A little mustache with that flavor.
Fiber.
There's so much fur on the couch right now, between the face, the coat, the dog,
No,
the
the
back.
dog moved to the banana. She was
The
over
dog
it.
left fur on the couch anyways. There's so much.
It's so soft if you touched it. If you touched it.
so, in seeing that this is now like, there are 3 mimics.
Well, there's 1 mimic left, but you know.
Right. So that's Rogar is gonna start raging. This is too
Right.
much. This is too much. So since it's just the first attack on my turn. I didn't know that. I'm gonna use that reckless attack again,
All right.
and
That's
that
how
would
that
be
works.
24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, then we're gonna roll with that long sword again. Out. And that will be 11.
11 damage.
Oh, because of the rain?
Because rage gets +2.
The dice
Well.
blender.
You smash into this table quite
Yes.
hard, and it lets out a squeal, and its back legs kind of kick out to the sides a little bit, but it rights itself up. Aloan, it is your turn.
Oh man, I forgot to...
I'm gonna use my short sword with a sneak attack.
Alrighty.
Mick didn't try and knock the table prone. It knocked it over.
6.
No, he couldn't have. I just rolled for that.
My hit is an 11.
Your hit is 11. Misses.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at least mahogany.
It is the mimic's turn.
Look,
Oh,
I'll
one
spend my
second,
time
one
and
Do you
focus
have,
on
do
those
you have a bonus
trees
action you want to
coming
use?
Let me
So
check.
I'll get it.
Mahogany's
We
on
are
the
playing a one-off campaign at the moment. These players have brought some characters in. Some characters are new. Some characters I might kill tonight so we can get over with them.
What?
If you touch McAllister, so help me.
I
We
think
won't
there's
kill
a lot
any
of people
characters.
that
We
will
will
be
shave
bad.
a few characters and we'll go from there.
Look,
A shaved fox? That would be weird.
Yeah, poor fox.
poor fox.
I mean, the weasel. The weasel will give a nice mohawk
the
too.
saddle
Because
would
we have a weasel.
chafe.
When
Poor
we-
fox. Okay,
Table's
We'll-
turn. Right?
table's turn.
Well, she-
After
Dexterity doesn't affect my attacks at all, correct?
I mean, it does, but it's added in already.
Already.
Well, I mean, like if I did a bonus action, like dexterity check, it wouldn't
Then
change
no.
my
I don't think
hit at
so.
all, right? Okay,
What
that's
were
what
you-
I needed. to
Can I ask what you were attempting?
Yeah, well,
No, I'm looking at my, like, because I have, like, a ton of different bonus actions I can use.
Mhm.
So I was just looking through those to see if there was anything, but it doesn't look like there is, so I'm just done.
Oh, good. It is the mimic's turn, and it is still facing you, Aloan. Fox on its tabletop. Dragonborn
He's on the
as
leg, he's just
Does
like...
it-
Happy International Tabletop Games Day.
Oh,
hey!
No, that's what you just call bloody convenient.
All right.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew 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 pew. It attempts a bite on you, Aloan.
what?
It's biting
Is
you.
it an 8? Is it an 8?
It's a 16.
That hits.
Tie.
Tie goes to
Tie.
it.
Tie goes to bite. All right. Let's see here. You only get 4 damage, so you're good. Yep. Only 4 damage.
My turn.
Yep.
It's already been cast.
I know, I just like
She
to
just
say.
The druid is overcasting Shillelagh because she wants to.
Because it's a cantrip and I can.
Wait, that means you get twice the damage.
Critical fail.
Yeah, it is. Tides of chaos.
What did you do?
Can you?
I'll let the weasel fight for me.
This is what...
I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover.
And she loves.
I rolled a
tables.
1, but I also get a
She
plus
loves
5,
tables.
so that's a 6.
No, it's
Does
a
it
critical
hit?
fail.
It's a crit
It's
fail.
gonna hit
It's a crit
something,
fail.
and it's not a table.
You get to return fire on the lady to your right because, whoops, she's hit you in the other campaign. Now you accidentally hit her.
So that does
My
seem fair.
staff.
Cross campaign.
They're completely different characters.
They are,
I
but-
don't think
but-
the transitive property counts here.
It's a D8.
Fine, but she swings with a crit fail and swings right to left instead of up to down because you know how free spirited she is. She thinks maybe the atmosphere will change, and she swings and hits you in the chest. Please roll for damage, but half the damage.
Okay.
Freaking hippies.
So I shouldn't have had the peyote today. It rolls for 2.5.
2.5, so it rounds down for 2 damage.
Are you kidding me?
You swing and it smashes into Aloan's chest.
Are you real Aloan or mimic Aloan? Oh, I think she's the real thing. Whoops.
giant weasel runs around if you wish it to.
Bite the table, do better than I did.
It runs around and it slides right around the dragonborn and like skids its little feet on the wood and then chomps right into the leg. And let's see if it does hit. It does. It hits.
Hey!
It rolled a 14, so it gets a 19. Your weasel is doing so much better than any of your attacks.
Thank you.
So the weasel does a bite. You may roll 1d4 plus 3.
Yes, I may.
She makes everyone
6.
else do her dirty work.
6.
I don't like to fight.
She doesn't.
The weasel skids around the corner and latches into the table and puts a bunch of its weight on it and tugs on it and it's gnawing, and he's doing exactly what Bigsby did for us earlier. Alright. That was a thing.
That was a cute face. You should do it again.
Hi guys, I'm your DM today. Bigsby, the mustache, then the fox, then the man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Well, the mustache is prompting me to jump towards the table that seems to be also attacking us.
Okay.
To jump.
All right.
towards
So
the
you
table?
jump. You jump towards the table.
I'm Bigsby Lufaloo, alright? I could do it. This is my, what you call it. See, this is the thing.
Acrobatics.
That I wouldn't. That I don't know.
Acrobatics.
That's what I would call it.
That's what that is.
Yep.
So, hey, it's better than my last acrobatics. It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah, it is.
The table is a step off of the bar. You jump and you land on the far side of the table and hold your balance because you overjumped it just a little bit. But
Oh no,
You
what will
land on.
steady me?
you land on.
Sinking 2 blades into this.
Your face is gonna be a gift now, by the way. Just
So,
thought you'd like to know.
Oh, we've made it. There's a gift being made of me.
I don't know.
I
Somebody's
love
voting that
Dungeon
made.
Master gifts. I love looking at all the Matt Mercer gifts. I love looking at all the Jim Jam gifts.
Mel,
Yeah.
your face is going to be a gift.
Your face
To
is
the
going to be a
world.
gift
Big gift.
to the world.
Gift.
Perfect. Perfect.
So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch the Hunnam's mark over here. I'm going to go sickle hatchet.
Sure, you don't want to go hatchet sickle.
Do it again.
That's what I would call
But
it.
this is that. Oh no,
Yeah.
that, and that's sad for me. Okay, that's
it.
better. Alright, so one of them is going to be a 19 with the sickle, and then I've got the hand axe at an 8. So I'm pretty sure only the sickle hits.
Only sickle hits.
Alright, so let's do this, and then with the hunter's mark, it's going to do a total of 6 damage on that.
6 damage. It lands, the table lets out a screech. It sprays a purple liquid and a green liquid and something that looks like beer. This table's taking damage and is unsure what it's
trying to do.
trying to do and what
Make
you're
up your
expecting.
mind!
It doesn't know what you're expecting of it. It appears to be a fairly young mimic.
And I say to Mick, sweep the leg!
Whoa.
That's what that is.
That dice was just as
That's
excited
awful.
as Big
So
Face.
Mick just rolled a 1. But I'm up here.
Good thing your animal companion isn't mine.
Mick jumps and lashes.
Because he was already attacking the table. I don't know how I missed it this time. Mick, yeah, one job. Continue what you were
He
doing.
bites the weasel based on the dice roll.
Oops.
Please roll
Wesley!
bite damage. Wesley the weasel? You named them so quickly.
Well, he revealed her name, right?
Oh, that's
He
that's
revealed its
even.
name to her.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So that's gonna be let's see. I think it's a 7. It's a 7. He does 7 damage to the weasel because he wants all the credit.
He latches into the hindquarters of the weasel, and the moment he latches in, he also opens his mouth and freaks out and backs up just a little bit as he knows that wasn't the table he was supposed to be biting.
Mick, wrong way! He's on our side!
Dragonborn, sir?
Still raging, still trying to smash this table to pieces.
Lauren, if you are keeping track, your weasel is at 5 of 12 health points.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Make sure I got this right.
If you wish to know how much your imaginary companions are alive for.
And he's still recklessly attacking
Yep.
and raging. Okay, so that'll be 24.
Hits.
Okay.
Barely hits.
Barely. Still smashing. 9.
Ooh.
You using that sword still?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wooden table. I feel like an axe is just...
You swing at the table and you hit.
He's not
And it
super smart, and he's
makes
upset,
a
so he's just
nice
eating.
knock or 2 or 3 as you're swinging wildly. The mimic squeals as every nick that you swing at the table hits. Little pieces of wood fly off and they turn to little gelatinous blobs as they hit the floor.
Oh, there's Nick Caves, there's Nick Jonas. Swinging all those nicks.
Nick.
Don't forget the Jonas Brothers.
He did. He did.
Nick Jonas, no T. Yeah.
Oh man. Owen,
I'm gonna continue with the sneak attack with my short
let's do
sword.
this. Let's do this. Hit. Or crit fail and you can hit the
I would
person
say
next to
that's a reroll.
Yeah,
I was
it's a
like-
leaner.
It's a
Okay.
Lena. I know. It was almost beautiful, Lena.
Aw, the real POTUS.
Hey, thanks, real POTUS.
Real POTUS! Thank you!
Wow.
Oh, okay. That's...
Thank you for your support. I know we're still young and we don't have the ability to
We're gonna
have
get
subscriptions yet, but we will get there one day.
working
And I know
on it.
you are so awesome
That
and you
feels
do
like
that.
a nat 20.
Mmm.
We'll do a dance. This is our
Real
nat
POTUS.
20 dance.
Real POTUS, this is the Nat 20 dance. You have
Well, she basically just rolled one.
But it's
thrown
not, it's not
that
a
at
No,
the
it's
right
not.
time.
No, but that's a nat
You have
20.
Oh, that is
thrown,
not
you have
yet.
thrown that at
She
the right
said I
time.
rolled one.
And because of that,
A 19.
I rolled a 26.
you rolled a Nat 20 because the real POTUS did throw in money at the right time.
Oh! Thank you. He said it's in honor of Weasel and Fox Rescue Organisations.
Oh.
For foxes and weasels
So cute.
everywhere.
But I'm gonna continue
He'll,
beating on this.
maybe he'll come back and help rescue that mustache.
Save it from what? Being too glorious?
Amongst other things. So that is a critical hit.
Real
That means
bonus
you're
is
doubling
very-
the sneak attack damage too.
So wait, okay, so I roll 3, 6 plus 5, right? And then I
Sure.
double it.
Well, not the +5.
You don't double the +5.
Roll,
Just the roll.
roll 3
Everything on the
d6s.
dice.
I'm
Hang
pretty
on
sure.
a second.
Oh,
We
wait,
have
we did this.
talked. We have
One-
talked. The way that we are going to continue here at the Stumble On In is a very fun critical hit mechanism. What is your hit dice for each?
What?
It's all a d6.
It's all
It's
d6s.
all D6.
Yes.
So roll them once.
Okay.
Roll them once. That is your damage. Your critical damage is
Reroll that one.
These
your
ones are
critical
okay.
damage is the highest amount you can get on any of your hit dice that you have to roll. So you rolled 3d6.
She
So
did.
you have a base damage of 18 plus this.
It's 9.
Plus 9 is 27.
27.
Plus 5.
5 is... Okay, the
32?
road passed me.
32.
Ding
32.
dong, the table's dead.
I don't know, it's a big table, it's at 4 people.
I just did 32.
Well, let's see what
Because
the story
of the
says.
critical hit. So, players,
Yes.
so we all work through this every time. Critical hits will follow that. You get your base damage of whatever your dice roll is, plus
Max
your
damage
add-on of
plus
whatever
an
your
add-on.
roll is. Yep.
Gotcha.
So, it's a fun extra mechanic. Also know the monsters will do this thing to you.
Indeed.
Wait,
So if it
hold
bites-
up. Now let's rethink that part of it. Just kidding.
Oh.
That
Just
sounds
kidding.
fair.
The amount of you to the amount of them is usually far higher. Your chances are far higher. Also, I'm not rolling blacksmith craft dice over here, so you have a far higher chance of survival.
Very true.
So,
Did I get a kill? Did I kill it?
Wow.
you swing down on this table with what in hand?
Short sword.
Short sword. The short sword cuts through the table like butter. The table falls in half. 2 piles of goo.
Ooh.
Bigsby lands on top of his wolf.
Fox!
Fox. McCulgy. McCulgy Fox.
Real Polish. Talking. Helloing.
Did I get the kill?
Yep, makes sense.
Did I? That's her. I killed it, right?
Okay.
It's mine, right?
I was gonna say.
She's already getting ready to go paint a little skull on the wall you can't see off of
Sorry,
camera.
you can't loot this body.
It's actually in our bedroom.
She's got a big
It's like
poster in the
over my
bedroom.
nightstand.
Kills, and then I've got mine, and it's like 1 kill that the unicorn got, episode 1, and it's not even like a full-on
Which I
DM
still
kill.
argue should technically have
So
been
we-
Valari's kill because
We split that. There's half a skull on each. I'm at half a skull. She's at a lot of skulls.
I'm gonna
not
say.
that
The battle-
Rogar's probably still like slashing at the goo.
The battle is
That's
over, and
true.
Is there a chair?
you're actually
Friends.
swatting
Yes.
over
So-
the weasel's head right now, and the weasel's just.
If there's other furniture
for my bonus action,
I
I'm
call Leslie back.
disengaging.
Yeah.
from the dead thing.
I'm disengaging.
It's dead.
It's
You don't have to
But I
disengage.
thought that like, never mind. I guess
Oh,
I was
okay.
confused.
I'm
based on
attacking the
previous
nearest chair.
stuff.
Disengage is good when you're moving away from something that will get advantage on, or attack of
Opportunity attack.
opportunity.
Okay.
Opportunity attacks are if you're moving within like a melee range of something that can attack you.
Yeah.
So if you pass in front of, to the side of, pull away from, then
Okay, that's helpful to know. I think I was
Yeah.
confused from a previous.
yeah, all good, all good. And just so all of our viewers know, we do love questions. If you're in chat watching, you don't understand a mechanic, tonight Bigsby won't be able to help you because he's a little off, but usually Bigsby does help. He'll probably explain it just well enough for you to understand, but we'll
If
see.
you have a question, I'm probably asking it first.
I can
Let's
still
be
explain
honest.
something.
Our Dragonborn is slashing at
I
one of the
watch Frozen.
chairs.
Sun's getting real low.
Such a good reference.
One of the plates is on the floor and it's hopping away. And
What? Me and
it gets stomped on. The,
That's what I'm
Gotta
I
fuss
never
over.
said that.
I was gonna say if there was anything that was gonna bring Rogar out, that was perfect.
the bar is pretty torn to shreds, including the bar stool under
Oh,
the
yes,
man who's
he's
sitting there
still
as a
being-
ghost. And he's still sitting on the non-existent bar stool at the moment, still tipping his pint of beer, looking into it,
Oh, no.
taking a sip.
Rogar's gonna swing at him.
You swing
it
at the man and
somebody
slice
getting
through it
the
multiple
plate?
times.
Oh,
Nothing
Yeah,
happens.
just like.
I thought you brought him out of it.
I was trying.
And then he'll. Oh, okay.
As-
Didn't work.
As the wood chips
There was
from
an
all
additional
of the
dose, like,
destruction,
there was more stimulants.
the wood chips from all of the destruction finally fall to the floor. The inn is again silent. The kitchen's still making a little noise and bustle as if the kitchen staff is there. Right now, only Bigsby knows that the kitchen doesn't have any of the kitchen staff. The rest of you have only been alerted that he believes.
I go to try the front door again.
Front door does not budge.
It eats you.
Most likely. Front door does not budge, however.
We're still stuck.
We gotta go in the kitchen. There's a whole bunch of noises in there, but there's nobody there.
Do you think it's more mimic?
I don't know, but I'm gonna hit it.
All right.
I'm gonna just
Is-
bust through the door.
Are there
into
any
the kitchen?
stones on the
Yeah.
ground just by chance?
No, there's a bunch of wood chips.
Okay.
Lots of wood chips.
Okay.
There's a bit of a table leg.
No, I
That's
don't.
what I was asking. I was
You
like,
have catapult. Catapult
I
is
don't
now
have
a
catapult.
player
Almost
favorite
scarred.
because it does a lot of damage. We nearly killed somebody with a baguette. Or did we kill somebody with
No,
a
we
baguette?
No,
Killed.
I did it non-lethally.
Non-lethally. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, they
Lawful
both
good.
lived.
What did you say?
Okay, yeah, no,
What's
I'm
the top
going
layer?
into the
So I
kitchen.
have
All right.
a druid and I haven't seen that.
Dragonborn's busting in as well.
Oh yeah,
as-
blades out.
Blades
I've
out.
got my
Straight up.
sword.
As you bust into the kitchen, you too smell the smells of food being cooked and hear a lively kitchen, but you step in and it's quiet, packed up, dark and cold.
There'll be a little bit of light, about 15 feet coming
About
from
15
my sword.
feet, yep.
Okay,
It is still a dark kitchen, nonetheless.
sure.
So what is
I'm gonna
the
follow in. I have
It's
dark vision.
Is that what you're saying?
You
Okay.
have, there's dim light because of his
I have dark
sword.
vision. Is there anything else I can see?
I do.
No, it's a pretty closed up kitchen for the night.
What?
Hello?
There's no one here.
There's no
It
one
echoes. At that moment,
all the time.
in the bustling kitchen, you hear, "Get out of the way!" And Rosalind, your shoulder gets bumped as if someone pushes past, and the door kind of shudders as if someone had walked out.
Are they ghosts or are we ghosts?
Who said that? Can I do it? Can I try and remember if that sounded like the waiter?
You can, but it didn't
There's
sound
the.
like the
You
way.
said there's a fire, right? I'm gonna go over and see if there's like heat coming from.
There is nothing coming out of the oven, but as you get closer, it sounds like the fire's blazing, and you smell food being cooked.
I am going to cast Detect Magic.
Oh God, it's everywhere. Les Miserables, the musical.
As you cast Detect Magic, you do notice that the dust of the room itself, everything glows, but nothing specifically glows as if it was magical, but the space itself appears to be magical.
I relay what I saw to the team.
It's just the dust. Maybe we just need to
Like
clean
the
up.
place is magic.
The place is magic.
Maybe it's under an enchantment? We should explore more than just the kitchen.
Need to find the source.
There's a door at the back of the kitchen. That is the only other door that you've seen, which is surprising because you believe this is an inn based on the normal build of
And the
the
name?
place.
Did we see stairs going up? Was there a second
There,
story?
there were stairs, but they ended at a wall.
Okay.
What?
Yep.
Well, that's weird. Okay,
Going to the door.
I follow
As
him.
you go to the door and you try to open it, it too does not budge.
I'm going to
I'm
pull
gonna-
out my great axe and hack at the door.
Where were the-
Nothing comes off
Where
the
were
door.
the stairs at?
The stairs were out just around
So I can see.
next to the door, essentially. Like you would have walked up and over the entrance to the kitchen.
Can I go over to those and then like up to the wall? I'm gonna like check the wall.
The wall is very sturdy. It seems as though it's been there for years, but why would one build stairs up to a wall?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I follow her and can I just use
There's like no
As long
like
as it's
perception to see if I can see anything?
Yeah. As you
still have
step
detect
out,
magic on too.
I do have Detect Magic. on
as
it,
you
though.
step out into the bar area again, there are more figures sitting at tables that are now destroyed, but as if they were still normal, drinking and eating and speaking to one another and laughing. The bar is slowly filling with these slightly more ethereal figures.
None of them seem to notice
None
us,
of them
though?
seem to notice your presence in the frantic motion at the stairs. A figure does walk up the 2 steps and through the wall, and you hear them walking as if they're walking upstairs behind that wall.
I hit the wall because I'm like frustrated.
They all are the same blue.
They all glow
Glow.
slightly blue as they cross paths with what you believe is normal.
Is that
So
a certain school
yourself.
of magic?
What's that?
Is there a certain school of magic that?
There's no school of magic for this one that you understand, but there's a nice blue shimmer to everything that is magical here.
Okay.
Is there like a check-in area with a bell?
No.
And I'm just
It's not
checking in. We'd like a room.
The
Is there a
man
magic ghost
the
butler?
man that was your waiter comes walking through the door of the kitchen and goes and speaks to a table and walks back towards the kitchen and looks at you lot as if he sees you, and then he goes back into the kitchen.
Sir?
And you step in. The kitchen again is empty.
I
With
think
just-
I'm still at the door, actually, just hacking at it.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
at the back
top,
door.
I'm at the top of the stairs.
These
Right,
two,
right.
you're at the top of the 2 stairs, smacking the wall. And Rosalind is seeing this man walking back into the kitchen, and he dissipates as he hits the kitchen, and then there's a slight glimmer on the countertop, and you see one of the mugs kind of float over towards the sink and disappear in thin air.
I put my hand like where the glow was. Does it get on me?
There is 1 mug and 2 napkins left on the table. Everything else seems to be slashed apart out in the pub or on the floor out there.
I want to grab my napkin. Or like do one of these. Like, does anyone see this? I'm waving it like a flag. Does anyone
You pick up
see
the
it?
napkin and you feel that it's real. You don't pass through it, and as you're waving it around, a little piece of paper falls out of it. It's folded and it drops at your feet.
Okay, what would it?
Did you hide something for us?
She's like
Yeah,
looking
I'm
for it.
There's
No, I
nothing
think
hidden.
he's
Just so you're all aware, I do tend to hide things under the table for the players to pick up. There is nothing hidden. But if you want to open the note, I will tell you what it says.
I would like to open the note, please.
As you open the note says, they can't see and control what you can't see, Bigsby.
They can't see and control what you can't see.
And it's addressed to you.
They can't see and control what you can't see. Bigsby.
Did you just read that out loud?
Maybe. One moment, please.
There's no notches on the wall.
Nothing.
like
The
no
wall
key
seems as
locks
if
or
it was
anything.
built perfectly there as it should be.
Okay.
They can't see what you can't see. Well, what can I see? I would like. I guess I'll turn off my hunter's mark because I'm off of battle.
Is there anything in the cup?
I think he was waving around a napkin.
I'm gonna activate primeval awareness.
What does primeval awareness do?
I can attune my senses to determine if any of my favoured enemies lurk nearby.
Which is Fey, correct?
Yes.
No Fey creatures lurk nearby.
Okay. What can they can't? Can you read it to me again?
They can't see and control what you can't see, Bigsby.
They can't see and control what you can't see. Bigsby. Like, it knows my name. It knows my name. Did you guys get any of these in your napkins?
I don't recall.
Thanks.
He
Sorry.
took my napkin.
There's yet 1 more napkin laying there on the counter with 1 stein.
I think by this point, Rogar would have come back and says, "That door is locked."
I walk down and I pick up the
Just
napkin.
been slashing it.
As you pick up the napkin, a little piece of paper falls out as well.
I got one too.
What's
It's
this
not
say?
addressed to me though. Let me read it.
The first word is your name, Rosalind.
It's for me.
Back out.
I'm gonna go down there, and you said there was a stein there, right?
There's a stein.
I'm just gonna smash it.
Back out.
You throw the stein on the floor and it shatters into a few pieces, a few chunks of wood and the metal banding left on the floor. No note.
Start.
I know. I just wanted to
taking-
do
It's fine.
something.
That's fine.
I start taking steps backwards.
Wait a second. He didn't clear everything from the table. Rogar, go check your napkin. You go check your napkin too.
Where's the napkin?
first. Probably
Still
near
on the
all them.
floor, back where the table
Near
once
the
was
dead
before it
mimic.
started running.
Okay, so I'm gonna
I'm gonna
Do I
tromp
find
over
it?
there and
and then do I find it?
Pick
You,
up-
Pick one
you
up.
each find a napkin. You're not sure which one is which, but
You just take one. We can trade.
as you pick up your napkins and
I
shake
think
them
the
out,
left one.
you pick up the left one, you pick up the,
I just pick up the other
the
one.
center one.
The right one is still there.
The white one.
A note falls out of each of those. Each note is addressed to you both. Rogar, yours says, behind you, Rogar. And Loan, yours says, what they see through your eyes is what they know, Aloan.
Seeing that, I'm going to. She's next to me, yes?
Or something like that.
Aloan?
Yeah.
We're near each other.
You're near each other by where the table was that you came out of your trance. at the
What
beginning.
they see through your eyes? What?
What they see through your eyes, they know, Aloan.
What the heck?
I've
I'm
been
gonna
taking
spin around. Is there anything there?
No.
I've been taking steps backwards.
Backwards towards any direction.
Just
Well,
said
backwards
Rosalind
from
back
where she
out,
was.
so I'm slowly backing out.
You back out of the kitchen, and you hear a bit more noise in the bar area, but you see no change to the bar area. You almost hear the outside as if the city was hustling and bustling, but only you hear that.
Mine was like his.
And control what you can't see.
I
Mine
hear
says what
noise
they
from
see.
outside.
Okay, so behind me, is that the bar?
You're
'Cause
standing.
I was
You're standing
Yeah,
in,
where are we now?
assuming I was facing the table. I read the
in
note.
the kitchen, yeah, and then that would you'd back.
Oh, that we're not at the table.
No, you're at.
We're at
Oh
the
no, 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 sorry, you were.
We're at the
yes, you're
napkin.
yes.
Right, yeah.
Behind you, it would be yes. You'd be the. It'd be the bar if you're talking directly behind you.
Is that
Right.
what's behind me?
No,
Am I standing
yours.
next to him or am I standing like?
Behind you is the front of the pub, the inn.
Well, I'm gonna go over and investigate the bar. I don't know what's over there, but it's behind me, so I'm gonna go.
So behind the bar is the piles of flesh that was once the mimic that you
Mimic.
killed. A little bit of what once was beer and now is turning to a green gel of a blood from the mimic. Nothing else.
So wait, and your thing says behind you.
My letter says, Rogar, behind you.
So behind you was a mimic, and it protected you. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. What would yours say?
Rosalind, back out.
Interesting.
So if I could turn my back out. I could back out. I walk towards the front door, but backwards.
As you walk towards the front door, you hear more and more of the outside noise as if a bird was chirping and
I start
the wind
speaking
was
bird.
blowing. You start speaking bird. The bird doesn't respond, but it stops briefly for a second as if it heard you, and then it keeps chirping about its happy afternoon.
They can't see and control what you can't see. Excuse me.
Do I hit the door?
You
Should
hit
I
the door, and
close
as
my
you bump
eyes?
into the door, you start to push the door open. And at that moment, as Rosalind starts pushing the door open, she turns blue and sparkly and then disappears. And Rosalind, you are standing outside the door in the evening. Just outside, you look up and you see the red dragon on the circular wood, and it says to stumble on in. Around you there are people laying as if they're sleeping or passed out. All throughout the city you hear drumming. The rest of you don't hear any of this, but you do see that Rosalind almost passed through the door. To you the doors didn't move.
I'm gonna run over to the door.
You run up to the door and you put your hand on it, and it doesn't
Yeah.
move as you push forward on it.
I'll go up I'll turn around and I'll try walking backwards through the door.
You walk backwards through the door and you push through the door as if the door opens for you.
Mick!
And you bump into Rosalind as she's outside.
Mick, walk backwards!
The fox awkwardly walks backwards and bumps his butt up
Wesley
against the door.
sees what's going on.
Wesley sees what's going on.
He's gonna follow, because it's not dawn yet.
He runs forward face first and slams into the door, and then he stands up and he kind of watches the fox back through next to him. He turns around and he slams his little butt up against and walks backwards through the door.
So I say, why
Sorry for
not?
your ears, viewers, as I smacked right in front of that.
So I say, why not? And I walk up to the door, turn around, and
You start bumping into them as well outside, and you're still pushing on the door here, Rogar.
Look around.
You're the only one left in the bar, other than a few of those ghosts that have now appeared.
I'm gonna unsheath my sword.
Okay.
Hold it kind of at the ready, and slowly back through.
The door opens for you as you back through, and you bump into the rest of the group. You're all standing on the front step of the Stumble On Inn's entryway. You hear drumming.
So we're outside and
You're
people are laying on the
outside.
ground?
There's people laying on the ground as if they've passed out or are sleeping. And you start to step forward into the bit of street in front of you. Just off to the left. You turned around, yes. Just off to the left, it does clear to the city center. You hear drumming and a piccolo coming from there, and you hear a barking and a chanting from a very loud voice coming from that direction. And as you're stepping forward, a person up towards the city center stands up and starts just kind of shambling towards the city center.
Shambling?
Shambling. Past you, the man that you were messing with at the bar shambles past, arms hanging at its sides.
Oh,
Can
I don't
we
do
clarify
that.
what shambles means?
Zombies.
Shambling.
Mostly, yeah.
It's
like
like
kind of
ambling,
like
but with
scuffing their
less
feet,
control.
just kind of
Zombie walk.
zombie
Yes.
walk-esque.
I mean, it's also like if you
not
started
full on
walking while you were asleep.
brains, but yeah, it's
Well,
like
if you try,
it's like
you know
sleepwalking.
when you're tired and you're just like, I
Alright
don't really
then.
want to open my eyes, but I don't want to fall down the stairs now.
Yeah, taking a misstep
Nathan's
once in a
walked out
while.
Pretty much.
Nathan's normal walk. Bigsby's definite normal walk.
I know.
Are there stones on the ground?
There's a few pebbles, maybe.
Perfect. I pick up 3 pebbles.
All right, you have 3 pebbles now.
Thank you.
And as you hear this barking and chanting, the drum and the piccolo and a few people starting to shamble towards the city center, we are going to go on break. So,
Goodness.
we will be back in about 10 minutes. So please come back in about 10 minutes. We have snacks and drinks and whatnot for
Well,
our...
we have snacks. I don't know. Maybe you should bring your own, and then you can
What's
snack
going on?
with us.
The
Meta.
real POTUS says it's meta. It seems the Amazon wish list needs a destination address configured. The actual addresses are usually hidden, but at least selectable by a name.
Good to know.
Good to know, the real POTUS. We will adjust that
Real one.
hopefully over break. I will take a look. This is our first go at all of this. The
Where
Indiegogo
were you?
campaign, the Amazon wish list, the
Mustache.
Streamlabs donations.
Streaming, OBS,
So,
everything. No, I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
we've done OBS, we've done
Oh, yeah,
streaming
we've done
before,
it,
we've done
yeah.
some of us have done acting before. Bigsby's mustache has been in so many films.
You may
Teenage
have
Dream.
recognised it as resting on Tom Selleck's upper lip for years.
In all honesty, he put in a really big bid for that at a
Thank you,
knockoff
real
shop.
POTUS.
But yes, we are going on break. The real POTUS, we will adjust that. We have to thank you so much for your
Thank you.
support.
Yeah.
We do also enjoy support of people joining in. So like, share, and follow on all of our channels because I absolutely love it because I can't see your comments. I love when the players just start dying for no reason. So keep it up.
Yep.
We'll be back in about
Says
10
the
minutes.
DM.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Hey, if I
He
don't
loves
have
it
to,
when
if
we
I
do
don't
that.
have to,
He
if
loves
I
it
don't
his
have to use
characters
my
die.
dad joke, I'll save it for a little bit later, and I'll drop it in when you guys are a little quiet. So, yeah, we are going on break. We are turning the music to something slightly nicer than creepy. And here in a few minutes, we will get to resolve this one shot.
What is happening?
Thank you, and we will see you soon.
Goodbye.
I just can't. That mustache is too much. But welcome back. This is the Stumble On In. We here are having fun playing D&D at the Stumble On In.
So much so that Bigsby was with us the entire break.
So much so that Bigsby never broke character.
No. Hashtag inspiration.
What is that
We
method
don't play
acting?
inspiration
Take a
here.
drink.
I'm sorry. We might one day, but we don't battle enough. And I don't want you to get inspiration on fun checks because we're changing it up. It's WWZD. What would Z do?
I was gonna say, we haven't gotten it.
Zio.
So,
Chuck
just
it.
as a minor
just
plug
noticed
for an artist friend of mine that we all follow and love, you probably
yeah.
have seen. He has a lot of fairly popular animations on YouTube. Z Bashu. He does a lot of great
It's a new one
talk
out right now.
about D&D mechanics and characters and things and stories. Like it's awesome. So WWZD, which means have fun, tell a story.
Yeah. I will say, I mean,
Music.
Garth is 100% Z.
Oh yeah. In the main storyline, it is based off of one of Z's main builds.
Mm-hmm.
So
One that he said, don't play this.
Yeah, he definitely said don't
yeah,
do
he
it.
said
The
don't
wizard?
play this,
Yeah.
The
but
Lucky Wizard?
but
It's worth
but for a stream, play this.
Play
Yeah,
the-
because
he-
entertaining.
He was behind a microphone and he was doing his animation. He was probably going, "Don't play this," and then goes, "Oh crap, no one would see that. Whatever."
Yeah.
I
People
just
are
want
a
to.
shout out for the Amazon that's fixed already.
Oh, sweet, thank you for supporting us.
Thanks, fans.
We love friends, fans, family. You are one of our inmates.
Phenomenals.
Hashtag INNMATES.
Inmates!
Whoop whoop. Inmates here at the Stumble On In. We love you. We thank you for tuning in.
Garth.
Bigsby.
Bigsby.
Wrong campaign.
Wrong campaign.
I need another
Still the
Take a
same
drink.
Or maybe less.
weird mechanics. We love you and thank you for joining us.
There's a bowl there. I found it.
Our characters are breaking the set. That's why we have an Indiegogo right
I'm
now.
a barbarian.
Because we have a
But don't
barbarian. We have a barbarian at the end, and that's why I have an Indiegogo. So you'll see in our stream profile here on Twitch, there's an Indiegogo. We are trying to raise some funds to improve the stream in and of itself. We just went through a 6-episode season, 5.5 episode really because we lost one, but whatever. It's just technology.
It was still 6 episodes. It was a bonus episode for live viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go, there
bonus
you go.
episode for live viewers.
Yeah.
And I'm back. DM is okay.
In Digogo.
See, I noticed that. I was gonna avoid the joke, but
I never
now
avoid
it's
Pun.
No,
Why?
Lauren does not avoid.
Do we just need to rename our show to the
Run.
Dad
to the
Joke
fun.
D&D?
Yes.
Or
No.
okay, we'll talk about it. But
Some
we do
of
have
us are
Bundle
normal.
on in.
barely. We do have an Indiegogo campaign going on right now to build a set to improve some of our tech. Everything here is hauled in week on week, and we have a really blank wall behind each of us. If you didn't notice, so
Wait, what? Oh shoot!
the abyss.
We
You've
have a
just stared
wall?
into the abyss. Yeah, Bigsby, I'm sorry we're inside. We'll deal with that in a minute.
I won't
We'll
be
deal with
outside.
your fears in a minute.
Thank you.
But we do have that going on. We are looking to improve this for you guys because we have so much fun telling our story. Whether or not we have a set doesn't matter that much to us, but we want to make sure it's even more immersive and even more amazing for all of you. And yeah, it would be kind of badass to walk into the inn every time we play. But on top of that, we do have a few sponsors who do tend to give some really cool stuff away. We like to back some of the fresh faces like ourselves who are making waves. So we have Blacksmith Craft Dice, which our players are all rolling. They are a very wonderful, amazing metal die. They feel so good in the hand. I am so sad I don't roll them, but
we don't.
You know,
we're glad that he
doesn't use it. He used them once. It did not work out for us.
As the players and myself have noticed, Blacksmith Craft Dice roll exactly what you need. Also, this microphone here, if I roll them, maybe just like thunk, thunk, and you get thunk, and you miss half of the show. So the DM likes to have these little hiding spots where he can just be like,
it's a nat 20.
19, close enough. But
got it out of the way.
Oh, I just
he wasted a good roll.
Blacksmith Craft Dice makes an amazing dice. There's a link in our profile as well on the Amazon page. If you haven't gotten your hands on some, you can buy some there. Also, you can keep tuned in with us because we will be doing more giveaways with Blacksmith Craft Dice as the summer goes along and as we kick off season 2.
And another.
And Blacksmith.
The other one we've done.
Critical
Treasures, who we've done a couple giveaways with, and they make some. We've given away a couple of dice bags, which looks amazing.
She just restocked like all her fabric.
Nice.
And she's making lanyards now. So
Doctor Who.
I don't know what's going on in the
stickers,
States. I don't know what's going on in the States, but I have not been able to find some of the fabrics that she has found.
No. And half of them are like glow in the dark.
Based out of the UK, Critical Treasures has an amazing Etsy shop. I believe it's
and she's just like
one
a really
lady
cute person.
and potentially her fiance husband.
She's just like this really cute person.
Let's move to London, y'all.
They make a lot
Seriously.
of geeky gifts. Dice bags, pins, pendants, other things. We do giveaways with them as well.
Geeky gifts.
So you will see some Blacksmith Craft Dice and some Critical Treasures giveaways in the next few weeks.
Hashtag Christmas is only 7 months away. Just saying.
Whoa.
Hashtag what's going on with these shambling men?
Hashtag back to the
Welcome to the Stumble on.
The Shambalon. No.
That will be a Friday night where we have a few drinks and we go live. A few of us who have DM'd or want to DM, we'll shamble on in and we'll just be like, so guys.
If we get M. Night here, it'll be the Shyamalan in.
I rolled a D20 and what a twist.
I mean, it is LA, so
It could happen.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Like that mustache could just go away.
Anything could happen. One of our friends just was at like a burger place with like Vince Vaughn or something, right?
I've seen him around before.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And Marky Mark.
Oh.
Yeah, we see him around.
We see him
Anyways,
around.
name dropping. It's fun.
It's LA. You bump into these people accidentally. You go, sorry, pal. Oh, hi.
Please be my pal.
Please be my pal.
Go for a walk. We will not die until you get back.
Speak for yourself.
Even
Aww.
after you get back.
I'm missing
Pupper
this.
needs a walkie.
Oh.
We're taking the pupper for a
Take
walk.
the pupper for a walk. Our pupper is currently begging for popcorn. It's one of her favorite treats.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Or before it was
She can have a
cheese
small piece or
puffs.
two.
Oh yeah, right over
she
the
loves
microphone.
Popcorn. Yeah, right in front of the microphone. So if you hear,
At least it's not a carrot. Oh my goodness, you guys.
so the druid is
She's so
making
cute.
the druid's making animal friends here. Back to our story.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
players
We're
found
outside.
themselves at the Stumble On Inn.
Outside.
Well,
Stumble on.
outside of the.
Yeah. But you found yourselves at the Stumble On Inn
And now
in the
we're
Black
outside.
Isles.
This isn't working.
Literally found ourselves.
Found yourselves in a really weird experience as they ended up being locked magically into this inn, but they backed out, and now there's people passed out in the streets around them. There are shambling people who are getting up from being passed out and shambling to the city center where they hear drumming and chanting and a piccolo.
To a piccolo?
There's a
Drums
piccolo
and piccolos. That
and a
sounds
drum
like-
and
Does
a
the
chant.
music have any effect on
Sounds
us?
like war.
Like, do we?
At the moment, it does not appear to.
Okay.
I think we should go towards
Are there
the
any
north.
birds around?
Specifically,
You sound
Birds
like
of
someone
prey.
I know.
We have a druid in our main
shut up.
campaign. Are there animals around? Is there an orange tree? Can I have a baguette? Is there something loose?
Are there any birds?
Oh
Are there
my
any
gosh.
birds?
Are
Are there
stones,
any birds?
pebbles? Really
Episode
small
0,
rocks?
if you want to tune into
Is there
that.
a loaf of bread nearby?
Episode 0, if you want to tune into that, you can see the production quality that has happened in about 3.5, 4 months, something like that. That's cool. But I put them in a void. I'm going to just have all of our missions in a void. No, it's flat. There's nothing there. There's nothing chirping. There's nothing talking. Nothing exists except you and 7 kobolds. Just attack the damn kobolds. Back to the story. Yes, there is a bird and it is flying away from you. It's about 300 feet out. And it's doing its own thing.
I just wave goodbye.
There's also a few other birds that are 121 feet flying above you.
Next time you should make a roll
I'm
to
gonna
see if
follow
it's
the
squats.
shambling men.
Should we shamble?
But isn't everyone shambling around?
I'm striding boldly forward.
There's about
Well, no,
7
you
to
can't steal that
10
one.
people shambling towards the city center, and there's probably 50 to 100 that you can see up and down the streets and towards the city center. Not like littering the streets, but a couple. Like there's a family off to the side, like they were doing shopping. There's
Is there a
basket.
guy sleeping near me?
So
Is there a guy sleeping near you?
Yeah.
There's a person a little ways down from the inn, probably about 15 feet from you.
Can I like pick their pocket?
Can you please tell me what you rolled? I'll
I
look
can
this up.
roll. A sleight of hand, maybe?
No. I'm trying to make sure that you're following.
Feels
your
like taking
chaotic
Your
good.
alignment.
You're chaotic good. Do you want to pickpocket people who are passed out? Is there anything that you need that you don't already have, rich
It's
girl?
funding our campaign. I'm not rich
'Cause
now.
you're a
but
rich
I
girl.
have a
Can I
stolen
So you're-
from
perception
me.
on this?
You're Indiegogoing it right here. Just like-
Chaotic good means I'm doing things for the good of whoever.
okay.
Can I roll
So-
perception on this?
On
I call
this
her
whole
name.
situation?
Yes.
Let's hold this on her?
Her doing her thing.
Sure.
Whatever that means.
What thing are you doing? Are you trying to pickpocket somebody that's passed out?
Yeah.
You don't need to roll on that. They're passed out.
Okay, well,
What do you
I was
want-
just
what are you
making
looking
sure.
for?
I
What do
didn't
you-
want to wake them up. Is
What are
there
you looking
like,
for?
I just,
This poor older man in his late 60s is laying there, and he's got a basket of fruit that's kind of
Allow it.
rolled.
Okay,
across.
okay, I'm just gonna take a fruit then. I won't take money. I'll just take a fruit. Cause I'm
You pick up
hungry.
an apple.
I don't know when the last time I ate was. I
We
don't know
just
what I
finished
ate.
We
Well, before we
literally
killed the
just
mimic.
ate at the end.
We don't know that.
Whatever it
I want
was-
a piece of fruit because it's good for my well-being.
I
Is
got
that
you
so
pick up an
wrong?
apple.
I just
Yes.
fought
You pick up an
two
apple. You pick up an
mimics.
apple.
Okay.
I didn't see it. We'll just go with that.
The apple is not poison.
Okay. I wasn't worried.
Apple? It's good.
I'm eating this apple to replenish.
She's fighting scurvy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, in that case, you picked up an orange.
Well, isn't scurvy the lime?
It's the same thing. No,
It's
scurvy is
It's vitamin
scurvy
C.
is
Vitamin.
less. Yeah.
All right.
Lemons, limes, oranges. Good
I
things.
Citrus,
See.
fruit,
One move.
vegetables. Basically,
You
This
eat your
whole
produce.
time, Bigsby and Mick have both started shambling to blend in with the crowd.
Mick is dragging his one back paw, but all of his other paws are working fine, so he step, drag, step, drag. It's good enough.
I said, Wesley.
Bigsby.
Bigsby, you're doing it again.
The weasel gets up on his back feet and puts his little paws out and just starts stumbling funny.
We follow.
No, Rogar is striding boldly forth.
Rogar is just walking forward and
With
kind
the
of...
moon blade kind of out, because I'm assuming it's darker, and it casts a little light, and I don't have dark vision.
The sun is approaching setting, so it's a nice
yeah.
golden glow through the city.
So he looks really heroic, like approaching the sunset with blade out. I just want to paint that picture for you.
You pass a few homes, a couple small shops.
I'm walking too,
You're walking as
but
well.
I'm eating my apple.
Eating your apple nonchalantly, not
Yes.
caring about the people who just don't seem to care about you, stumbling towards the city center.
Well-
You all around the corner to the city center, and in the middle of the city, you
gonna
see a
have
crowd of people.
You and I are gonna have words.
Oh,
It's fine. Later.
Uh-oh.
Well, you have a chaotic and a lawful. That just never goes well.
Yeah, it never goes well. It's all right. It's all right. All good.
Hence
all
season
good.
1.
But that's the beauty of D&D, because you have this inter-fighting, and it's not bad most of the time
It's basically real life.
until people decide to beat up the mustache. But that's
Previous statement
that's an
still
easy
true.
hit. It's only 3 foot tall.
Anyways,
Three,
we're following the
5 inches.
shamblers.
As you round
In
the
the middle.
corner, there's about 100 people standing there, not making much
100
motion.
people?
100 people.
Jesus.
At this point,
I thought it
as
was
you
like 11.
as you've seen the city, this looks to be about a third of what you've calculated the city would have. The city is fairly small, a bunch of homes around it. So about a third of the city is now standing in the center, staring where this sound is emanating.
Now, you said before we went on break, did you say that you said there was a fife and drum?
Yeah. The
I
fife,
thought
drum,
you
and
said that
chanting.
they stopped.
No,
Okay, so they're still going.
they're still going.
Okay,
The
Yeah.
fife,
okay,
drum, and
okay.
chanting gets stronger as you make it towards this group.
Okay.
How come it's not affecting us?
I don't think Rogar cares. He's just moving.
You get up towards the crowd, and it's standing pretty firm, and you start pushing through.
Yeah, pushing through. He definitely would.
Do we see who's talking?
No one's talking at the
Chanting.
moment.
Music.
There is chanting, but because you all fit in with the crowd, you can't really see much above them. I think
I'm
what
6'6".
Rogar,
How do I not see above
Rogar can
these
see
guys?
above them as he gets a little bit further.
Okay.
And as Rogar sees above them, he sees what appears to be the head of an orc that is chanting and looking around.
Oh, bad choice of species.
It is an orc.
Or a purposeful
It
choice
is
of
an
species.
orc nonetheless.
Oh no.
Is it speaking common?
You can't. It's a barking sound. It's almost like not a language, but short commands like "Chut, chut, chut," and you hear that
Is he speaking
over
bird of
and
prey?
over. He is not speaking bird of prey. It's not "Chah, chah, chah." It's "Chut, chut." So
Cool, just checking.
feel free to use. Twitch has this wonderful ability to clip up to about 30 seconds of content. Feel free to clip some of these weird shenanigans that my players make me do. But
Hashtag gift time.
you keep hearing that sound. It gets louder and louder as you get towards it. Rogar, you do see the top.
I'll say once
you
he
do see
sees
the top
that
of
it's
the
an
head.
orc,
Yes.
that's gonna change. I think everything. He's gonna start pushing people more emphatically and really moving towards this orc. He has a
Alright.
thing. He doesn't like them.
The rest of you
At all.
don't know that it's an orc unless Rogar does decide to tell you.
Why don't we know it's an orc? Wouldn't it be obvious?
We have
Because I'm too
Sure.
You don't.
Oh.
The rest of you are short enough you can't see. You're pushing through the crowd. They're all about your height.
You'd probably just like make a
They're all
aggressive
3
sound and
feet
start
5
moving
inches
Five,
forward.
Come on.
Like I don't know
You're
if you
5'7"?
ask that.
You might see the top of a head, but you're not sure if that's the center or if that's past center.
That's pretty tall.
That's
know.
her.
I think 2 skills.
Clearly. I noticed you only had 2, and I was like, bro.
You're short.
Bro.
Now, as you all start pushing forward, Rogar leads the charge. The shambling most likely stops from those of you who are shambling, unless you want to shamble through the crowd.
He was the only one that was
Yeah,
shambling.
I no.
Making
Me and
all-
Wes were shambling.
The weird weasel creature was doing its thing, but
Giant weasel.
the weird giant weasel was doing
I
its
need a
thing.
drink.
Yeah, I do too.
Crossing.
I've got it right here. I'm good. It's alright. My players take care of me and I kill them. Good.
I was the only one who laughed at that.
Because I'm scared.
You push into the center of this crowd, and there's about a 30-foot circle, and in the dead center stands an orc beating a drum fiercely and letting out the barks that you've heard that now pierce your ears as you walk closely, and it's so deafening. And next to him stands a tall, burly man playing the piccolo that is just in time with what the orc is chanting.
So you have an orc and a man?
An orc and a man. And as you hear this music, a few brief glimpses in front of your eyes turn everything glowing blue and sparkly, as if what you saw in the inn was happening here. The people who are standing there shambling turn briefly into a crowd of people cheering and jumping for joy and waving as if this was a party. And then it flickers back to everyone standing there, staring down this group.
I'm gonna get my bow out because I'm not sure about this.
I'm gonna go right, like, I still have my blade drawn. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go right up to them.
As you begin to approach, as you make it just past...
I was gonna say, they will notice me moving through
As
the
you make it just past the edge of the group, you sound like someone. Austin, they're making fun of you. I'm sorry, buddy.
We're not making
We love you.
fun.
It's fine, you can make fun of Rumiel. He's a fun guy to play.
Rumiel is a great character.
Which actually...
And he comes back in September, and we cannot
He does.
wait to see
Well,
more of Rumiel. But
And I'm actually
Characters in
finding
that show
out he's
have
much more
quirks,
hippie
and
than I
it's like-
anticipated. So there will be similarities here.
Yeah,
will be.
well, I mean,
he's a hippie.
druids.
But as you begin to
Druids.
break the line of this circle and move into it, the orc stops drumming and chanting, and the man next to him puts the piccolo in a holster.
Piccolo holster? That's out of character. Rogar is not impressed, but awesome.
He puts it in a holster at his side, and they both turn and look at you.
So now he can't use the piccolo to go. That's actually quite funny.
Oh. And the druid finds herself a puppy friend. The orc who seems in command here stares at all of you, bares his teeth, and just tilts his head as if he's confused that you aren't following the group of others. At that moment,
Rogar's gonna smile slightly.
At
He
that-
likes the agitated orc.
ooh, at that moment, the crowd backs up about a foot right where you are and almost tightens together to form a wall. Out of the crowd steps a city guard, but he shambles in, and he is a big brute. This seems to be the guard captain, and he walks up next to the orc and
How
puts his...
far away am I from them? Right?
You're about 25 to 30 feet out.
How far
Okay.
away are we?
All of you are about 25 to 30 feet out, because I'm assuming you're all kind of moving together, unless
Oh,
anyone
I
stayed
thought we
back.
had stopped a little bit. I assumed
Okay, so
that
he's
we had
25
stopped
to 30
as
feet
he
out.
moved
You're about
forward.
35 to 40
He's
feet
not
out.
stopping.
Yeah.
You're
Rogar is
about
moving.
35 to 40 feet out as Rogar is stepping forward. A city guard shambles in, lifeless look on his face, but he puts his hand on his sword at his side. The man who is playing the piccolo steps forward and grins and goes, "So you want to be part of our crew, or do you wish to die?"
I'll close my eyes.
I actually see the
Are you tapping your heels together? Do you wish they were sparkly
Nope.
red?
They can't see and control what I can't see.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who took it to there.
In the back of Bixby's mind, he hears. And then you hear the man yelling out again. Do you want to be part of us, or do you want to die?
Oh, that didn't work, did it? Oh, God.
What are you doing here?
I was.
I got to it first.
Oh, she steps out of the crowd. Rosalind steps out of the crowd as you're eyeing down the orc, and the orc is eyeing you down. She addresses the man who is speaking here.
I'm actually. That's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna be a loner, but now that I have company, and it's even better. Excellent.
We're holding ourselves a concert for our followers of sorts.
I am a lover of nature and music, but there is nothing natural here.
I'll play
But
the
it
flute.
is natural, my dear, and the flute is pathetic.
All right, let's kill him.
Roll for initiative as that comes out of Big B's mouth.
I'm so glad that was you.
Let's kill him.
Alright, let's get him.
At that moment, the man puts his hand down.
Okay,
I'm
they
his
are,
piccolo.
they are 25.
From you, they're about 25 feet. The rest of the group, they're about 35 feet
We
plus.
probably shouldn't kill the guard who's just in a daze.
Yes, I agree.
I rolled a 15.
Hang
No,
on,
I
2
rolled
seconds.
an 18. Sorry.
Hang on 2 seconds. I gotta get my monsters in.
Jared, you've
Okay,
been
so-
cleared
okay,
for TPK.
What's their group? Are they, how far away are they from each other?
Push the
They're-
Fisher
they're
all
Grid.
pretty much like
they're-
same.
Boy
they're
on
trained together,
NES
yeah.
Okay,
was
okay.
like my jam as a kid. Sorry, I just saw that and got really
Jared is
freaked
cleared
out.
for
But yeah,
TPK.
you're cleared for it.
Yeah, real POTUS, you got back just in time for another fight.
Real POTUS, I'm not so sure I agree with you on the TPK,
Alright.
but if it happens, we're going down
What?
as
Dear
characters.
stream, here's my 20s. Please choose a 20. I'll hold these here for a second.
Okay.
We are starting.
Okay, I will say,
Wait.
you have like 3 purples in a row.
I
It's
know.
red.
He's got
hang
an
on,
issue.
hang on. I have an issue. I have.
He has a
I've got
problem.
No,
green.
no, it's okay, it's okay. I understand
Here
needing
we
lots
go.
of dice.
Here we go.
No, it's just
Here we
that
go.
all
I
these dice
split
are
them out. I split them
purple.
out. From your
I'll say because
left to right,
like, I have this.
over here to over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How long
6.
are we going to give them? Cause
We'll
I'm
give you a few
5.
seconds.
Pick,
Well, like how many?
pick the dice.
3.
What do I TPK with? What do I TPK with?
Yeah, I
Here
mean,
it
this
is,
is
here
not
it
you,
is, here it
POTUS.
is.
We
gotta
said
vote
number
for
4.
Perfect.
Got
So
four.
we're
Courage
gonna-
dog,
four?
give it a 4.
A 4.
You like that, Mike? You like that,
This-
Mike? Yeah, you do.
Nope. 4 is this one here.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
always
started
purple
to
for
the
royal
right,
killing.
and then you're left.
Yes.
What?
Gamma's favourite colour is purple.
Oh, Gamma!
Go
whoop,
Ravens.
whoop. Purple is amazing.
Oh.
All right. So I've added my monsters here. 10.
Gosh,
no,
I
2
can't
seconds.
call that.
2 seconds.
I honestly
Um,
can't.
There you go.
That one I can.
Well, that yeah, but
These
I
tend
didn't
to
want the
lean a
Yeah,
colour.
but we didn't want that one.
Let us know when you're ready. Because
Yeah.
we still
Alright.
have numbers.
Yep. All right. We are rolling
Now I'll have a
for initiative. Bigsby, let's start with you.
I got an 8.
8. Aloan,
18.
18.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Rogar,
Actually the same as last time. 11.
11.
What?
I will say,
Rosalind,
your sneak attack,
3, my
no
lord.
one's there yet.
3.
So you won't have it.
Weasel, 3.
I know, I have my bow ready.
I didn't roll for the weasel.
Weasel goes with you on your bonus action, so I have to roll
Mix
it.
with me on
Mix
the
with
8.
you. Mix with you on the 8. And we
Thank
are
you for that. That was
starting.
helpful.
Roll for initiative.
Is it my turn?
Aloan gets to start here.
Okay, so my bow is ready, so I'm gonna fire an arrow from that.
Yeah, go back
At?
to him. The barbarian is about to get testy.
At the
Bat.
orc, at the man.
Orc, man, or guard?
Uh,
Or weasel,
Oh,
or fox, or
no,
short
one
stuff?
of the main two. I guess we'll go for which one was talking? The man. Let's do that.
Wait, did that guy make fun of my flute? And he's just playing a piccolo. A piccolo is
He
a
did.
type of flute,
Did.
isn't it?
So I have a 19.
A 19.
Bloody
Hits.
hypocrite.
On what?
Huh?
Which one were you attacking?
It
Sorry.
hits.
The man.
The man. Okay.
Hits.
Man,
Okay, so
guard, orc.
just 1d6.
Yeah, because there's no one there.
Yeah.
Do you get advantage on her first if they haven't gone?
No, that's just me as an assassin.
okay.
It's a
She's a thief.
7.
Does 7 damage. You fire your arrow and it whirls in and hits the guy in the shoulder as he's reaching for his piccolo, and he looks up and he locks eyes with you and he rips the arrow out of his shoulder as it didn't set too deep.
Okay.
Mark off an arrow too, so you know you shot it.
Huh?
Like you mark an arrow out of your
I
quiver.
did.
Oh,
I
you
did.
did?
I
Okay,
crossed
cool.
it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rogar.
Okay. Well, he's going to start raging.
Rogar starts raging, and you are about 25 feet out, so you should be able
That's
to
appropriate.
hit just
I was kind
perfectly.
of hoping you said raving,
Tinky?
to be honest.
Tinky,
Oh, he's-
are you,
He's raving.
Are you
So-
helping?
She growled.
Yeah,
She growled.
She did.
This doggo is so smart that she will look up here when I ask her to. Tinky? Yeah, hi. Help him out.
That's
so I
right.
don't kill them all.
Okay,
I like these
so
characters.
what I'm going to do is, since they're all kind of clumped together.
Yep.
Shoot, I don't have my range on that. I thought it was listed. Give me one.
Druid, call
second.
off your
I
doggo. She's
apologize.
staring me
I
down.
thought this was listed right here. It is not.
The dog and the weasel
Okay.
are coming after you.
I apologize. I thought it was listed on the character sheet. It is not.
What are you looking for?
The breath weapon. Since
Breath
they're
weapon?
all clumped together.
Poison. It's a cone.
Yes.
15 foot reach.
I don't know what the range
15
is.
foot reach?
It's 15?
Is
Okay.
it 15?
Okay, so I will move. They're 25 feet, so I'll move 10 feet towards them.
Mm-hmm. Which means you should be at the point where you should hit all three.
All three. That's
All
my.
three.
That was my goal.
Yep.
Is like hit the maximum width.
Yeah, at that point it will barely hit all three of them based on cone damage.
Right. Okay, so then I will use my. Hi, she's behind me.
She's now camouflaged with your coat.
And you, yeah.
They have to do a. Oh shoot! Against my what? Because I don't have any other spells. I need to see what they're doing a save against.
Alright, I can help you here.
Poison is usually a Constitution saving.
Well, they're doing a Constitution save, but against
We the people.
what? That's my question because I don't have any other like a spell save DC.
Of a mustache hair.
Rage.
Is that what Spirit Gum tastes like?
Rogar, sir.
I apologize. I didn't have this pulled up. I did
Okay,
not.
okay.
I thought it was.
It's been a long time since I've done a breath weapon.
Weasel, take a
Okay, so breath weapon is 8 plus your Constitution.
Constitution
Okay, so they're
plus
going
8
against my
plus
Constitution.
So it's Constitution
10.
proficiency
Okay.
bonus.
Okay, so they have to beat
Can I use guidance? Oh no.
It's a
Never
bonus action. You don't have.
You haven't
That's
gotten
right.
So, they
Darn
will
it.
have to beat a 12.
15.
I'm gonna
Okay.
dice cam on that.
Thank you.
Do you
Is
roll-
that,
do
are
you
you
roll
rolling
for
for all
each
3 of
three?
them or all of them individually?
Oh,
I'm just asking you
so
however
yes.
you want to play it.
So guard is leftmost for you.
Okay, so guard saves.
Don't die.
The man gets 6.
Okay, that hits.
Orc gets a 3.
Okay, so
So it hits for both of those.
on
All right,
the
1 out of 3. We're saving the city guard. Thank you for choosing
Yeah.
the non-murder hobo die for me.
okay, so I'm gonna just steal some dice here
Excuse you.
because they're blacksmith craft.
Okay. You need
Blark,
they're
smork,
I want
mork,
her
dork.
6 because it's green.
Okay.
What was your chant that turned into blorp, smork, crork, dork?
Blacksmith
Blacksmith
craft
craft.
dice rolls a nat 20.
No, it's
There
just
it is.
Blacksmith Craft rolled a nat 20.
Oh, I only need
I
2.
We didn't say the dog's
Blacksmith craft dice rolled a natural
Black-
20 on.
Splat.
Okay, so
part.
I will roll 2d6. The 2 that failed will take all of it. The man will take half.
All right. Why's my smiley keyword up? Go
well,
away.
actually, that's straight up average. Awesome. I'll take that. That's a 6.
So 3 for the
Six.
man.
3 for the man and
the
6
others.
for the other, and they are. That's poison damage.
All right.
Poison.
And they take the full poison damage. And let's see. You said 3 for the man?
Yes, because it's a 6 total. So it's half if you dodge.
Perfect.
So he just like moves forward, lines up, and just unleashes
Yep.
on these guys.
And as you unleash, the
What do you do?
green
What do you do?
mist that flies out of your mouth sprays these 3 men.
Mhm.
The guard
Oh, no.
steps
Just when you
back
were
briefly
coming.
as it hits him, and he
Yeah.
momentarily almost
that's just-
comes out of it and kind of looks around, and then he goes back into his trance. The 2 others take the spray
Mm-hmm.
and they put their heads down as if they were expecting you to come at them with that. Next, we have the man of these 2,
The Piccolo.
the Piccolo.
He's attacking the
attacks with the
piccolo,
piccolo.
not the people. He's attacking the piccolo.
Hey, if he's a bard, it could happen.
Luckily for us, he's a ranger.
This bard steps forward just a few
He's
feet.
a bard.
And then he looks at you, taps you on the shoulder as he walks past you.
That's an opportunity attack.
Take your opportunity attack.
I have my long sword drawn,
Yep.
so he will get hit with that. I don't think I can. No.
Straight up.
That is a 21.
21. You do get to hit it.
Okay, it's two-handed. Was it 10? And I said I was raging, so he will take that too. He will take 13.
13. This man walks past you, and you swing and you hit him. And as much as it does a ton of damage and blood sprays from his shoulder as you graze it as he passes you, he continues to walk forward and get between you and your group.
This is not me. Sorry, someone asked Nathan why he didn't try to grow a real mustache. And I said, because he's not me.
What?
Yeah.
Who
This is like
says
a
this
week of
isn't
trying.
real-
This is a week
Who
of
says
trying.
this isn't a real mustache?
Well,
No, hey! Alright, hey, I'll do yours first.
Oh.
And then you can do this.
We'll do
you
an
wanna agree to
Instagram
that?
movie later of that ripping off.
I don't know what's happening.
If we get a $100 donation in the next 5 minutes.
Ooh.
I'm setting a timer.
Nathan's like, I don't know how
Nathan, is that
For $100, would you do it?
150.
Rip it off?
100. Rip it off for 100. On
Someone
the
asked
stream.
for about 5. Now, hold up.
I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Starting.
$100.
But
The timer is
what
running.
will have to happen?
We find out.
I will
has to
say,
happen.
if everyone together puts together $100 at Sarah Carruthers or just said, looks at bank account. If everyone together pulls together $100, I will rip this off
himself.
myself. But you've got 5 minutes.
Please.
You got 5. You have 4.
Please.
You have 4.5 minutes.
That took a
If
turn.
each person contributes about $20 or so, it should be close.
Or if you
20
get
to
your friends
25.
together.
If you give 200, we'll do Austin's.
Oh God!
Where is the donate section?
Our battle just got so derailed.
I'm trying to think how much spirit comes on this. Oh god.
You're at 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 4
Okay.
minutes.
And I will say, I'm going to do it as safely as possible for the mustache's sake. I will do as much pain to myself. I will maim my lip.
If you scroll down, there's a bunch of little like canvas splatters. You'll see merch, and I think right below merch is the donate button.
Oh, hey, okay, so something has happened though to a Dragonborn. Let's at least resolve that before this all
So the
happens.
Dragonborn did damage to this guy as he steps past.
Because he's now been hit twice by me.
He's now been hit twice.
He's
And he
separated.
steps past, and he decides, as he stands in the midst of your group,
Austin's so
to
anxious.
cast Thunderwave.
Bollocks.
Wait, as he passes him,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
passes
took his
me.
opportunity
So
attack
he's in our
already.
rage.
He did. He tapped
3 minutes.
Rogar on his shoulder as he passed and got smashed into.
Yeah. Oh, he got.
and then
He
casted Thunderwave.
And then continues to walk into the midst of all of you, and he casts Thunderwave. Each creature, which is every one of you,
All of us.
Oh.
must
save.
make a Constitution saving
Wait, what's the range
throw.
on that?
15 feet cubed. So he's standing between all
So
of you.
remember,
Which
You're
is
only
fifteen.
about 25 feet from
Oh,
your
I know.
group.
I know.
It's
I'm,
not an ability, so
I'm
it's a
close enough. I was just curious about everyone else.
Damn.
Yes.
Must make a what?
No,
Ho,
it's a 7.
ho!
Constitution saving
It
throw.
has to. Okay.
I got a 1.
I got a 9.
Which on a saving throw for me though is a 2.
Oh.
What? It's a 7.
Oh.
No, it's ability check. Never mind.
Oh, Constitution.
It's against our
It's a saving throw?
Yeah,
Saving
let's say
throw.
something real quick.
Okay.
Wait. So we're rolling against Constitution or against saving throws?
Your Constitution saving
Saving
throw.
throw.
You
Use
add
the top.
that.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. That's what
You
I
have
was
less than
thinking.
2 minutes.
So it's just a 7.
I got a 9.
I think
That's
I'm gonna
better
put
than a
those on the
7,
back
but I
burner
guess we
for a
still
bit.
both
We're
failed.
all
I saw that.
in trouble.
It has to be a 12,
This is,
right?
these have not.
Where's
Should I?
Tides of Chaos?
Are
when
you
we
gonna
need it?
dice shell blacksmith craft?
I don't want to, but they have just not been helping
Yeah,
Bixby
I know.
today.
I haven't been doing that great either.
I was still
Mine are actually not doing too bad.
All right,
Oh,
so
shoot.
so that was yeah, I got a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, do I need to make a separate one for Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do too.
Oh, yeah.
Make one for your weasel.
Wesley.
Your weasel.
Oh, Wesley.
What?
Your
At
weasel's
least
plus the
Wesley's-
Constitution is 0.
Wesley got an 18.
Woo, we just got a tip.
Mick got a 6.
We're only $95 away.
$95 and how many minutes?
$95 away. We did get a $5 tip.
How much time?
You are at
you.
1 minute left.
1 minute to,
Minute
to
left,
drum up
ladies
those
and gentlemen.
$95 to rip.
6.
Hey, Bixby, what did you name your mustache?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Wait,
So,
Give me a
five,
minute.
1 minute before we rip nothing yet off of Nathan's.
Nothing yet can be ripped off of his
40
face.
seconds.
Nobody's buying my kidney.
He's trying to sell.
30 seconds.
That's how much people want to see this.
That's how much Gamma wants to see this.
He just wants me in pain and have it be on tape.
So all of you seem to...
We're all taking damage except
I
Wesley.
rolled
Except for
15.
Wesley.
15.
Oh.
We're so confused.
Roll the damage.
Salty tonight.
All of you take 11 points of damage.
All of us? Even with a
You
15?
take half.
I was gonna
So
say.
you take 5 points of damage.
That was solid.
You take
I'm
5
getting
points of
Five
damage.
points.
You would take the weasel would take 5, right?
No, the weasel,
No, the weasel
saved.
rolled 18.
Right, you take half damage.
That is our time. Nothing yet survives.
For now.
For now.
Maybe we'll do another
Wait,
one.
does the weasel still take half? With a 18?
With an 18?
He takes half, so he gets
Right.
5.
Right, that's-
What?
But he didn't
The
take
weasel
all
died.
the
He's
damage.
dead.
Wait,
Wait,
you said
what?
11,
You
right?
killed my
11 for everybody.
weasel.
Half of it is
Oh, Rosalind
5 and a
is
half.
pissed.
Please don't kill me.
You roll down.
I would like to point out Bigsby has the exact same hit points as his fox.
Oh.
I mean, like, always. So we both are now 14.
As the thunder wave emanates from this man, the weasel slumps over and lays there with a little squeak.
Wesley! Oh, my Wesley!
Wesley Weasel has rolled down that hill. Oh, my water goes again to the dog. Oh.
You keep putting
That's
I don't have
what
any
you're
space on my
putting it
DM's table. I set my
floor.
water on the floor and the doggo drinks it. Thank you,
Maybe
doggo.
you should get a cup with a
Side
lid.
table or something. Or a cup with a lid, a sippy
Metal.
top.
It's a great
So
one.
each of you takes damage.
If
The
she
thunder
has
wave
it.
emanates, and we will continue forward. It is the orc's turn, and as he's been staring down our dragonborn, he steps forward. And he casts vicious mockery on you, and he starts chanting something under his breath. And you
Okay.
begin to hear a voice in your head.
Yes. I'm gonna double check something.
Who-
Make sure
only
that
him?
You
page
must
doesn't-
succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Only him?
This melee you have resistance. Oh, what kind of damage was the thunder wave?
force.
Thunderwave, I
Thunder
believe,
wave does
is
force damage.
Force damage? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Orc
not
is
magical.
only attacking
BPM. or BPS,
Rogar,
but
right?
it's
What's
all
that?
BPS.
The orc is only attacking Rogar?
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you.
Beats per second.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so I need to make a what throw?
Wisdom saving.
Oh no, that's not great. Nope, that's not great.
Oh no.
It's not natural, but it is a 1.
Is the one not natural?
Yeah, it's not a crit fail, but he does have a -1 on wisdom.
You take 3 points of damage.
3. Copy.
As you hear insults fill your mind,
Oh
it
no.
stings.
He's gonna get really pissed. I'm sorry, guys. It's about to get real.
And you take 3 points of damage.
Oh, we all
Mustache?
push back
I mean,
too.
nothing yet. I mean, Bixby?
I mean, nothing yet. I caught your joke.
And it's now $200 in the next 5 minutes.
I was gonna. Oh, that was what my timer went off for. I'm sorry, guys. We didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we knew that.
Sorry, Gamma.
So I'm going to go right after. I'm guessing me and Mick got thrown back.
A bit.
Right, by
Each
Thunderwave.
of you skid just a little bit. It usually pushes up to 10 feet, but most of you are not too far from the crowd, so you slid back just a little bit.
So
you run into the crowd
how
first.
far am I away
Crowd
from?
20 feet or less from the man. From Piccolo Man.
Okay. So
Piccolo Man!
me and Mick are going to go after Piccolo because he made fun of my flute playing.
Senior Piccolo.
Yeah.
Senior Piccolo!
So here's what I'm going to do.
Ooh, that's my new big bad evil guy.
Senor Piccolo.
Senior Piccolo sees you. He will come after you. I'm
we
very
got,
bad. I'm a bad person.
That's not.
I'm a bad
that far
person.
from like TikTok.
I'm going to make him my Slayer's Prey because I can do that for a bonus action.
Alright.
And then I'm going to go after him, run up, hit him with both of my weapons, and I'm going to have
With
Mick
both of my weapons.
follow me.
And Mick's gonna bite his feet.
Yep. So, here are my attacks.
Sorry if I kill any of you.
Do you see this?
I call it that.
But this one looks. Or is this?
That's that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, this has been my first. This is my sickle hits for 23, and then my hand axe hits for a 9. So I'm guessing the sickle hits, and the other one doesn't. Cool.
Deanna stairs.
So that is an extra D6 thanks to the Slayer's Prey on top of. Where is that one? Here it is. D4. Alright, that's 8 plus 3 is 11 damage
That's my wife over there. I might kill her character.
from my sickle. And then
11 from the sickle, you say?
yes,
Right? And then
Mick
Mick.
with a bite. It's gonna hit for 18.
Hits.
So he is going to do 8 damage, and he's going to try and knock you prone. Unless you roll a 10 for your strength.
As you swing with your sickle, you slash across this man's chest, and he stares you down and lets out a big huff. And then McCulJ Fox. McCulJ Fox. McCulJ Fox. McCulJ Fox.
McCulJ, come on, Fox. Or maybe in parentheses.
Marty, I don't know how they found me, but they found me.
You're my
Fox.
You're my ma.
Mama.
The fox jumps in
My mold
and latches on. It's a big jump and latches onto the shoulder of this man and takes him down. And as the guy hits the ground, he just falls slump. As Piccolo slides out of his
Wow.
holster.
Oh jeez.
Do I get a turn?
I want to take the holster
Oh.
from
I
the
haven't taken
piccolo.
my turn yet
I
either.
think
But
it's
there's
close
still
enough
more.
to a
You
flute.
started us.
What is a piccolo?
It's a small flute.
Look, a small flute.
Yeah, yeah.
There's TikTok. He showed up.
It's not TikTok, it's a small flute. It's just TikTok's cousin that somehow is related to Bixby in a way, but it's Tick Biggs.
Yeah.
Tick bigs.
Tick Biggs. Wow.
All right.
Gross. Keep
So here's the
going.
thing.
Piccolo falls out.
I used my actions, but I am gonna just say dibs, and I point to the piccolo.
I'm not gonna take.
You may reach down and you can get your hand on it, but I will not allow you to pull it out of the holster fully. It's
It
still
fell
kind
out
of
of
hang-
the holster.
It's not fully out. It's like sliding
It's
out
just
and
like-
kind of rested on the
Because
ground.
I'm also going to want the holster.
Do I get a turn?
But we'll get to that later.
It's the guard's turn. So the guard.
Irma Gerd.
Oh my.
That was an old
The guard removes
That was
his
good.
hand from the sword next to him and pulls the spear that was hanging out of his back.
Spears.
And he
What? Why are you looking at me?
He shamble steps.
flings it at the group.
Just in general.
In general.
Hold up, if he misses one of us, we're in a crowd of people.
At disadvantage.
know if that
At
would-
disadvantage. He throws it. Oh.
Well, this guard is really...
For a 6, so it misses all of you and lodges into the shoulder of one of the people that was shambling there, and they kind of come to and drop to their knees and go, and then they stand back up and they just kind of hold
That
tight.
man
They keep
is going to
going.
need medical attention. Eventually.
Rosalind, it's your turn.
Yes. How close is the guard to the orc?
The orc and the guard are about 7 feet apart. Sorry,
Bummer.
because the man was coming up.
Oh, no, that's fine. I don't want to hurt the guard. I just want him to get out of this shamble state. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on the orc.
Yeah, love it.
Moonbeam. I call down a ray of light from the sky.
Range of
And it
range.
does 3d10 of damage.
5 foot
You have to
radius.
make a constitution saving throw.
It's 2d10.
Saving throw.
Yeah, but when you're level 3 or higher.
No, if you cast it at 3rd level or higher.
Yeah.
Third
We
level
don't have
spell.
third level spells.
It's going to do
so-
2d10 though. It's
2d10,
okay, that's
that's
still
still a
good.
lot.
We're very proud of
I
you.
never play spell people.
That's
You say
okay.
Constitution?
Yes.
It's...
Well, and it's going to be on
You're
your
still
turn.
gonna take half. Oh, good. Okay.
Okay, well, now, hold up. So let's just, for my sake, because the wording on the spell is, if you start your turn in it or move into it, are we also doing an immediate...
No, it says when a creature enters the spell's area, but he's not entering it, so...
The spell's entering.
Centered on a point within range. When the creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed by ghostly flames.
So
that
you-
means,
you do it on
that
your
means
turn.
not yet.
Not yet. It'll be on
Not
his
yet.
turn. But that's
On
okay.
his turn.
It'll
Lauren?
I told
still...
you that.
It'll still
Lauren?
affect him.
Here's the thing. You cast a beam on the orc. If he starts his turn or moves from it, he takes damage.
Yeah. So,
So
If
he's
he
going
moves
to
into
take
it, he takes
damage, but
damage.
it's in
Like,
the future.
How
Any-
close is it?
yeah.
It's centered
But then
on
other
him.
people get
Okay.
turns,
It's a 5-foot radius,
and my
so-
damage is
But-
late.
but if he
your damage,
reacts and
your damage
moves-
hits. We will still count the roll of 3.
It's fine. It should
I
be
roll.
Just get ready, just get ready.
It'll
Keep
be on the
playing,
orc's
keep playing.
turn.
Yeah.
Two
It's okay.
D10.
Wait,
Hang on, hang on,
It's
hang
not
on.
yet.
It'll be on his turn.
It's
It'll be
not
on
yet.
his turn.
I was gonna say, which he already took a turn.
He already took a turn. It'll come back to him. It'll already.
Ari
Hey,
is.
hey.
No, because
Ari Rage, sit tight.
I am
Also-
serene. I am
Also,
serene.
Ari Rage, please don't hack any more people to bits for no reason.
I've never hacked anybody to bits for
That
no
poor
reason.
god.
Well, the
No,
poor
I
guard.
attacked him because he was attacking us, but that is a different
attack.
world.
He turned the corner.
He ran at us.
Okay, sorry. I think
Never
we're
mind,
derailing
never
a little
mind.
too much.
Never mind. Never mind.
So, whose turn is it now?
What?
I don't like spell people.
How
do something.
far is the orc
Told you about
from
that. When I
anyone
told you
in our
about this, I
party?
did.
No, you didn't.
Lauren, you didn't hear it. I said it out loud. I made sure you knew that was an effect of the spell.
Uh,
I told you. Next time you put your own spells.
Hey, you're doing damage in.
I was gonna say, but it may not just be
Couple
him.
how far?
My character moved a piece.
How far am I from the
You
orc?
should start acting.
How far are you from the orc? You're now about 35, 36 feet away.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot another arrow.
You're gonna shoot another arrow at the orc.
Yeah.
Alright. Please roll to hit.
That is a 23.
Hits.
So that is one of these. Wait, it was more than that. Does that matter? If it was actually
Doesn't matter.
a
It
20.
doesn't matter unless
It doesn't matter.
It only
It was a
matters
25.
if you roll the nat
Already
20.
hit.
Yeah.
No, it was an 18 inches.
If it was 21, 20, 19.
No, it would have been 25. But anyways,
18.
I just used the wrong modifier.
17.
2.
And the damage is 10.
10 damage to the orc, huh? You fire the arrow and it lodges itself right into the peck of the orc. And he kind of stumbles just a bit.
Which pack? I think we need to specify which side.
Aye, that left pap where heart stuff.
Which pack?
The right peck.
Okay.
The DM actually had to roll. Even or odd.
Did he pack
even
a
or
peck
odd.
of pickled peppers?
Roll for pecks.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled the...
You have 3 nipples.
Oh, we're not... Hey, we're not a Friends character here. Ross's tail, someone's third nipple, whatever it was, yeah.
Anyways, it hits him in the right.
In the right peck.
Right side.
It doesn't lodge incredibly deep, but it does drop in. Oh, he says.
I just know what's gonna happen.
Ow! Rogas.
So he's, what, 15 feet away?
Yeah.
So he's gonna run up. And,
Well, he's closer than me.
If you enter the radiant damage, will he get burned?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care at this point.
Because
He sees an orc and he's already raging. Like, this dude's...
Rogar sees red right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's...
Rogar-
everything's
Literally.
red.
Rogar
All he
sees
sees
red.
is like, hey,
Everything's
look
red.
it, my rage caused it to grow brighter in this area to make
exactly
it
Yeah.
easier.
Rogar
to
sees
This
red.
is, he gets
Exactly
tunnel
what it is.
vision.
Because I'm also using a moon blade. at this point.
Wisdom saving throw, please. I believe wisdom.
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution?
Is this an ability check?
No, this is...
It's a saving throw.
It's a saving throw because
I've
it's
never been
against
able to
your...
use
What is your? What do I have to? What am I rolling against?
Beats me.
13.
I failed.
Well, do I roll?
So I will take the damage
you have to
when...
roll
No!
You
I'm
take-
moving into it, so I'm taking it now.
Take damage now.
10.
Okay.
Ouch.
Lauren, you might get a kill.
Because he's raging and he doesn't care.
You take 10 points of damage as
I
you
did.
jump in.
I did.
You're gonna have to heal him.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
And this
so,
is why it's a one-off.
Yeah, right? Hey, if I go down and plan my character...
It's all made up and the characters don't... Oh, they do matter.
Okay, so
Guess
not
what?
only
If he
is he
goes
going
down,
to
we
do
get
a
some new
reckless
weapons.
attack, he's going to start a frenzy.
Save the staff.
So, reckless attack means he will get advantage. And frenzy means I can take as a bonus action, I can also attack again. And after this, I will take 1 level of exhaustion.
Alright.
So he's going complete on this orc. So, first attack is... the same number twice.
Blacksmith craft dice. Makes your job
9.
easy. Does not hit.
Okay.
What?
I rolled a 3 twice.
Oh, I thought it was an 8.
No, second attack is... 16.
Hits.
Okay.
There we go.
So he will take 4, 8, 10.
10 points of damage on this orc here. As you swing out a couple times at this orc, the first one barely grazes and slashes off a bit of the
I'm
arrow.
imagining it's probably the moonbeam. If he's taking damage, it's gonna throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, probably. The moonbeam just affected you a bit.
Yeah.
And you end up slicing a good chunk of the arrow off of his right pec. And then you end up turning your blade and slicing back upwards at the same exact spot across his chest and leave a nice big gash in his chain shirt. And you see a little bit of blood through it.
Orc's turn?
Change shirt.
Orc's turn. Since Rogar is there,
Yep.
he will be focused on Rogar, provided we don't do 1,000,000 points of damage here.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage on
As
the
long as you
wait,
hit
is there
him-
any add? Do I add my wisdom or it's
no.
just plain?
Just double check, but I'll think it's-
2d10.
Yeah.
Okay.
The orc catches fire briefly as he is standing in the moonbeam. And It sears up the wound that was freshly inflicted across his chest.
Cauterizes it.
Cauterizes it, yes.
No.
And he himself decides to cast Shatter.
Oh.
Each creature within a 10-foot radius around him, just you, must make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep. I'm just making sure that I have all my stuff for the duration of your rage. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm making a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
17.
You pass,
I was gonna say, if you can beat that, that's impressive.
but you still take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And as this orc tilts his head back and lets out a ear-piercing squelch, you
Welch?
like that,
Your choice.
Okay.
or choking on a peanut.
I've heard so many creatures die in the forest.
I wish I had a zoom button where I could just zoom in on Bigsby's face right now for all of the purpose of the stream.
Anyways.
Bigsby, you're messed up.
Also, no, don't gnomes not grow facial hair?
You don't know me.
Hey,
You don't know me.
This gnome worked hard. How old are you, sir?
I'm 145 years old. I've been growing it my whole life.
He's trimmed it once to get the pristine shape that it has, but other than that, that trim was actually on his 112th birthday.
Have
It was
you
a
never
gift.
seen the gnomes with the full beards?
It was a
It's-
gift for
They're
himself.
all around the gardens, yeah.
Those gnomes cheat.
Nomia.
They use gnome gain.
They do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the show.
As the squelch hits, it pierces your mind as if he spoke straight through your face and blasted out your ears. A little bit of blood drips from your left ear. Chat, continue to distract them. I need to keep these guys alive a little bit longer so this fight ensues. Bigsby, sir. Mustache man.
Oh.
Sir Mustachio! Your turn. You and the fox.
Well, being someone that's used to nature and seeing the burning that's happened on the people standing in that little moonbeam, McAlJ and I are going to stay back.
Alright.
So what I'm going to do is
Cal J. Fox stays back with you, sir.
I'm going to go.
I'm gonna take the kill.
I'm going to drop my weapons, pull out a bow shot.
Pull out a bow shot.
And I'm going to make. I can move my Slayer's Prey to him.
As a bonus action?
Well, it is a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
And then I can just move it.
Sure.
Slayer's Prey is pretty much like a Hunter's Mark. As a bonus action, I designate a creature I see within 60 feet. This lasts until I do this again.
So you got a double hunter's mark.
Pretty much.
Fire away, sir!
And go! And I'm going to make sure McAlJ doesn't go anywhere. I'm just going to stay here.
So speak your fox language.
And he's going to go. And I'm going to go.
After this, everyone, please watch what does the fox say for about
I'll see
12 minutes
this.
of your
I
time.
don't see that. So that's
what I see. That
what I
lands
see.
straight.
Yep, that's pretty. Yep.
That's a 23.
20 free. They're all 20, but it's free.
A 20 free
with the way he says
hits. A 20 free
that's-
hits.
20 free.
That's how I talk. You all sound weird.
Just
You all
20
sound-
free hits.
Boom! Oh wait, I didn't even roll. Okay, so that's that one.
Yep.
And this is
That's that one. We get more. Just wait.
plus 1. So I get 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 1 13. Looks like he's got some bad luck.
You fire that bow.
Twang!
and it hits the left pec just like the right pec. And
that
now
left
he's got a full arrow sticking out of one pec and a half arrow sticking out of the other. This orc,
It's a matching set.
it's a matching set. Someone needs to slice it off so it matches completely.
Working on that.
We do have someone who can
As
help.
long as I survive the next moonbeam.
Just a slight trim.
I'm just saying.
Is he still up?
He is still up.
Oh,
But
darn.
he took a little stagger step back and stands up tall again. It is the guard's turn, who had previously thrown a spear.
Yes.
He now reaches down and pulls out his sword,
Yep.
and he turns
Yep.
to the Dragonborn.
Yep.
He swings at you, sir.
Does it matter that my eyes are glowing red?
Doesn't. This guy is just
Cool.
completely out of it.
From your helmet.
From my helmet.
From your helmet,
My helmet. My dread helm.
My sword and magic
15.
He'll hit.
He'll hit.
Yep.
The sword here.
That's what it is. My
That's
bad.
4 damage.
4.
4.
I have resistance because I'm raging, so I will take half.
2. 2 damage for you, sir.
Ooh, I'm still alive, guys.
Okay.
alive.
Uh,
Not that much.
Bigsby, before we go on to Rosalind, did you
Yeah.
have anything for your El Doggo with El Sado?
No, remember when I talked to
I
him?
know.
I told him
Is
we
there
were
anything
staying.
you want? Is there anything you want him to do?
Well, I
He's
don't
good,
want
he's
him
staying?
I don't want him to go near the light, so we're staying here.
Perfect. He's back with you. Rosalind.
So I can cast Heal Wound as a bonus action?
Healing word
Healing
is
word?
a bonus action. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Healing Word over our
Our
angry one
Dragonborn.
over here.
The green that's seeing red.
Yes.
Precisely.
So that's
what's happening.
1d4 plus
Spell
1d4
casting
spell.
per level. So you could cast it at second level if you want, or you could just do it at first level
Ah,
and give him 1d4.
okay, I'm gonna do that.
Roll a pyramid.
Is it plus anything or is it just
Plus my
It's
spell
plus-
casting. So it'll be plus.
Plus 3.
Okay.
Well,
You get 4.
so you get 4.
Okay.
Hey,
That's max.
worst case scenario, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Saves you a little bit from what she's gonna do to you in a moment.
Exactly.
And
it's
then
true.
I'm gonna take one of my magic stones and I'm gonna chuck it at the orc
Hang on a second.
and yell, "Get stoned!"
Hang on a second.
Yes.
Magic stone, please.
The 3
explain.
pebbles I picked up,
What'd you do to them?
it's my cantrip.
Okay.
I can imbue them with for a
But-
spell attack.
You did cast. Did you imbue them earlier?
No, that.
Oh, I guess I just picked them up.
You
Dang.
just picked them up.
Wait.
I don't know how
read
magic
it. Read it
works.
for me.
Your
Imbue 3
healing. Your
pebbles
healing
for
was
spell
an
attacks.
action, correct?
That's what the healing word is a bonus action,
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
yes, go for it.
and so
go for
she
it.
can imbue an attack.
Go for it.
Okay. Imbue. Chuck. I think I can only throw one at a time. So
Yep.
I'm throwing one. Do I have to roll a d20 to see if it hits for a...
Yes,
Is it a
for
spell
range,
attack? Then yeah.
But you
Yeah.
but you get to use
You're
your
plus 5.
I think you get to use
Your
spell
attack.
Your
attack.
attack modifier, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Critical.
what?
It's a nat 20, everyone.
It is a nat 20.
It's a nat 20 dice.
With if you would like
It's a
my
silent.
attack.
It's a silent nat 20
If you'd like
because
my attack.
a pebble.
Boom!
I'm assuming that's bonus.
That was going to take you down.
It's David and
It's
Goliath all
25.
over again.
What? What?
It's a 25.
It would have been
technically.
funnier.
Wait.
It's a
wait.
1d6 plus my spell casting modifier.
So it's a d6
So
plus
that's
roll a
6.
d6, so 6 plus.
6
4.
plus 4.
10.
Plus 3.
So
13.
Casting modifier, right? Yeah. Not the attack
I
modifier.
mean, you're playing the villain. You
Because-
should
No, I
know your-
It's
added
the
3.
ability modifier.
It's my yeah, spell
4
casting.
plus 3 is 7.
Okay.
6
4 plus 3 is 10, plus 3
13.
is
It's 13 total.
13.
You see the wonder about Dungeons and Dragons is that Dungeons and Dragons has things like catapulting a damn loaf of bread into the back of someone's head and doing epic amounts of damage when swords and bows and magic just kind of go pink, 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 and then bread just like nearly decapitates a guy.
Well, in this case,
In this
what would he
case,
do?
In this case, a little with a pebble. The pebble just soars and whirs.
Soaring.
No, you didn't hug it with that much. It goes straight into the eye socket.
Flunk.
The orc drops backwards, falls on his back. Everything is completely silent at that moment. And at this moment, because you are even stunned, the moonbeam just stops.
Thank you.
Yeah, my concentration broke.
Your concentration broke because
I was about to get nailed again.
You just had this moment where your jaw drops as you threw a pebble to intimidate, but instead you just this orc that has taken arrows and slicing and moonbeam damage gets taken down by a pebble. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting a series at some point this summer where at least Nathan and I, and potentially other dungeon masters and people who have written one-shots and full campaigns, hopefully if I can get it, Z as well, we'll all get together and we'll talk about the stupidity of Dungeons and Dragons that makes it the most amazing game ever, because you know what? It's pebbles and bread that really rule the world. It's not swords and magic.
What is your charisma? Is it about as mine?
It's a 10.
Oh.
She's summoning both her 10 and her Ari charisma, which is what, at 7, 9, somewhere in there, something kind of meh.
This rocks. That would be more Rosalind.
Lauren is a very charismatic person, but for some reason the dice don't like her charisma, and she also doesn't like her charisma when she's playing a character, so she plays, well,
She plays what she
Bigsby's
thinks
kind of
is
tough
charisma.
tonight too, but thank you, Lauren and Nathan, for bringing the charisma, or lack of there. There it is. You take down the orc. As the orc falls, moonbeam breaks. Dragonborn is just huffing, standing over the body of this orc. You are now out of battle.
What was the orc's name?
We don't know. I killed him before I asked.
Wait, I'll look for identification.
Can I loot the body,
Oh yeah.
please?
Nathan finished.
I'll do.
You might want to. I'm
he's
just saying, you
stabbing-
might want to stay back
He's
for
still
a
raging.
moment.
I guess I'll
raging, frenzied, and like all kinds of berserking I possibly can. So
Oh
I'm out of
wait, and
my
there's still
mind right
and there's
now.
still a moonbeam up there, right?
No,
No.
they
The
broke.
moonbeam has dissipated, but our Dragonborn is standing there huffing and puffing as if
He's-
anything that moves in front of him,
Well,
he will
can I-
slash,
can I
regardless
loot-
of children, kittens,
No, he's out of
butterflies.
his
No,
mind.
no. But can I loot the human body, making sure that what's his face gets the?
I mean, you both can start picking over
Yeah,
this.
let's do that.
Oh, the one that's back in the crowd.
yeah,
that
the
walked past
human,
me.
not the orc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll do the human. 'Cause
Jeez.
I was like, can
the
I
body
point out that
hasn't-
he's probably
the body
still
hasn't-
hacking at the orc right
Probably.
That's
There's
okay.
blood,
Not
there's
even
blood
cold
spraying.
yet.
I'm just
And-
saying. Did you guys see that?
I did.
well,
Our hippie friend is just stunned at the fact that
Yeah, she's-
her toss of a rock just sunk right into the
She's
guy's eye.
stoned, basically.
No, he's stoned.
Anyways, we're looting the body because he wants that freaking little.
Piccolo with the holster, please.
Piccolo.
Can
with
we
the
clarify
holster.
if it's a piccolo or a fife? Because they are two different things.
Piccolo.
Okay.
Okay, it's a piccolo, and it's such a small flute, so I can play it.
And
What? No.
You can play it,
Okay.
but you'll have to spend a night figuring out the differences.
Yeah, because it is slightly different.
You have to
It's tough to play.
You
I
have
have
to-
to work it around the mustache.
tune.
Oh. Apparently, I need to cut off the orc's head.
Whoa.
Yeah, David and Goliath, yo.
I was gonna say, if it's not already off, it's
He
probably
might have taken care of
missing
that.
I'll
at this
just
point.
pick it up.
You
Talking
got
about
just pick
David
it up
and
at this point. It's
So,
missing.
For the DM who cannot see the comments, somebody said it's a David and Goliath situation.
Like-
Rosalind, you know what you have to do next, right?
It's true.
And then she has to cut off the head.
I
But-
would assume it's already off.
I'm gonna
I mean-
say that he broke the arrow that I shot into the guy.
Yes.
Can I finish looting the body?
Is he dead?
The human. I mean,
Including.
I also pick up my stuff.
We're playing the first and third weekends of every month this year, and I'm gonna say it now. Nathan's gonna be our guest DM. I'm sorry. When you get when you get any of this crew here, they're brutal.
Yeah.
They're brutal.
Well,
We play with a group of guys offline, and they're just not as brutal. They just kill it and walk away from it.
Well, they're pretty.
Everyone's just like, I mean, there's some other things. No, we won't talk about some of the stuff that happens on that because it's not appropriate for this
She
channel.
is a rogue.
We
to be
also
fair.
don't want to lose our.
I was gonna say we won't bring Prothgar into this stream.
DM us if you want to hear what our little wizard does in our offline campaign, because we can't talk about that here.
Dungeon
But-
Master us?
But a rogue thief would
Rogue,
the body.
rogue would loot the body. You get 3 pieces of gold.
Anything else? Just checking.
do you have any
A
other
piece of
weapons?
sheet music to something that is called Ramblin' Man.
I don't know what that is.
Can I have that, please?
You don't know what I found. You just
can
saw it
see-
paper.
You have a piccolo with a belt holster that is finely crafted.
Yeah, it
That
is.
you look at,
Yeah.
and even though you really don't like the
Lou,
inside,
Lou.
and you are pro forest, and you just don't want to be in cities, you know that if you walked into a city and tried to sell this off, you'd probably get 10 gold easily from the first person you see. Even if it was the beggar who's been sitting there and he gives you all of his life savings.
Here's the thing: is
Has that one calmed down yet, by the way?
Has it been a minute?
It's been a minute. You're huffing and puffing, and
I'm
your
probably
blade
just
is
stopping
drenched.
on- 'cause I
Your
don't
blade
like
is drenched, and you're
Yeah.
red and green. You're a Christmas tree right now.
Yeah.
Is there anything to
I'll
loot?
say
Is
the
There's
there
nothing
any
left.
body left
There's
to loot?
no.
There's nothing left of this orc. For whatever reason,
So I'm
this
just gonna
dragonborn
s-
has it out.
So I'm just gonna
He
stay
does.
away from that mess then.
Yeah.
There's the green
At-
flicker that's going
at-
across the scales.
Play the flicker.
Basically, at most, you might
No.
get a small scrap of leather if you wish.
No, I'm just. It looks
Yeah.
kind of gross, so I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
I'm gonna
come
sit-
over.
You
there.
guys have been looting, and at
Not
that
good.
time, the rest of the crowd is coming out of their shambled state.
Hold on. Wait, I just wanted to ask in the human because I shot him first. Is there still the arrow in his shoulder? Because I shot him with the arrow, and then I shot the orc with the arrow. Is there still an
Yes,
arrow?
you can.
Can I take that arrow back?
You can recover that. Arrow.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're not going to get the one for the old.
No, I'm not going for that.
You
I
can
just
recover
wanted
an
to
arrow, but you have to leave him a silver piece on each eye because you respect the dead.
But what is he gonna do with the silver?
It's respect of the dead.
Can I leave him my
Some
apple
pebbles.
core?
Oh
Silver,
Hey,
woman!
you're chaotic good. You're not chaotic screwed up.
So I understand though that he's dead. Like I respect that, but he's not gonna use it.
It's for the afterlife. Give the man 2 silver.
Fine.
as a lawful good, I may, or a lawful neutral, I may actually intervene if you don't.
Okay,
Are you
fine.
lawful neutral? What you care?
You take this. You
Lawful.
take the arrow back,
Lawful.
and having gotten 3 gold from him, you place a silver on each eye to make sure he passes into his afterlife.
Okay. Whatever.
I look around. What are the people doing?
Look around. Look around.
The man behind you with the spear in his shoulder drops to his knees and he's panting and whining as the pain sets in. And
Yeah, I was gonna say that
he's,
dude.
he's trying to understand the situation. Everyone else is looking around, wondering why, as the sun is setting, they're standing around the carnage that has ensued here. And out of the crowd steps the deputy guard, and he walks up and he grabs the captain that you guys had fought briefly and
But he's not dead. He's still alive.
No.
puts an arm around his captain, and they survey the situation. They're talking, and they kind of look up to you all, and they see the blood-smeared dragonborn, who is quite literally dripping at this moment.
That is accurate.
And they look to you all, and they say, "What happened here? I don't remember much. I was at home with my children, and now I'm bleeding." And the deputy guard is holding him up, and he's kind of staring around, has nothing to say. It's a younger man, and he's just kind of looking at the mess and tries not to throw up as he looks over at the dragonborn and the bloody puddle that was the orc.
Are we still shimmering blue, or has that ended?
We weren't shimmering.
You weren't
right?
shimmering blue.
Everything else was.
Everything else briefly shimmered as you walked into the area, but nothing is shimmering blue anymore. And the tenseness that you had once felt now subsides. And you feel that in this town of Dragonspire, it is almost a normal evening, provided these events hadn't happened.
You were totally under an enchantment. There was some music and an orc and a man, and like everybody was shambling. But we've set you free. Be at peace.
This is Mick.
The captain of the guard looks at all of you and just shakes his head, and this man has seen a lot of things. And the deputy is just standing there. His eyes continue to bulge just even further as
going red too.
as both of you have approached the situation, and he just notices the mess again. And he goes,
I'm gonna
"Yep, you." Sorry, you're trying.
You
not
were
to
still
be-
talking. So.
No, he was still
I was.
retching.
I was.
Yeah.
So
Retching.
I'm gonna like toss them 2 pieces of gold or whatever, so that they can make sure everyone gets food and.
The deputy catches this. What's this for? Are you trying to bribe us? Did you cause this mess? Guards!
No.
Guards!
No.
Consider it retribution.
They did it.
He puts his hand up as a few guards had pressed through the crowd.
How long has it been?
It's now about 30 seconds as this whole mess is just like calming down.
I'm on the tail end. Still panting heavily.
Oh, no, you come out of it because...
Okay, thank God.
Sorry,
I was gonna say.
for you
Oh
it's been about a minute 30, almost 2 minutes.
I'm gonna
So
end
you're...
it. We're calling it. We're calling it.
You're good. The deputy guard
I am.
just kind of looks around and he gives a nod to you and looks at the mess of an orc and looks at the dragonborn. What was that over there that you're dealing with, sir? He can't look.
I'm gonna reach down, like rip off a piece of leather
Okay.
or cloth from the orc and clean off my blade
Okay.
and say, "He had cast a spell on the town." Wipes next side. I ended it. Sheathes blade.
The question was, what was
Technically,
it?
I ended it, and it was an orc.
Thank you for answering the question. It was just hanging in the air.
He looks over and sees the human as well, and he kind of looks and stares at the human briefly and taps his captain and whispers into his ear.
Okay.
It looks like these two have been wanted in the area.
As if you can tell anymore.
Well,
Humans okay.
Yeah, the description of orc and
Chemist
this human fits, and
Orc soup.
they
was there
Dinner
a
forever.
reward? Actually, I don't care.
I take out my flower staff and I use it to cast one flower on the staff so I can smell it and cover the scent of the dragon.
Jeez.
Of the dragon.
No,
And the
That's
blood.
fair.
It's
That's
probably
fair. That's
pretty rank.
fair.
And then,
Plus, I have a flower staff and I haven't used it. So.
Why not?
I mean, we're outside. It's covered.
It looks like you might have stopped these two that have been ravaging the area. They've been part of the Gazers. Have you heard of them?
No.
Oh,
Well,
wait. The group of old people?
That's the geezers.
Oh,
you're doing it.
Well, it's almost better that you haven't.
Rosalind casts for breeze.
Basically.
Hawaiian tropical.
Hang on a second. Crit fail. She only gets Febreze. The rest of the group smells this bloody wreckage.
Well, we
I was
assume
gonna
that
say,
when she's
I don't think I
sniffing the
care at this
flower.
point.
It doesn't matter.
I'm probably gonna
I was
turn-
just rolling to see if it affected anyone else. I was trying to be nice to y'all.
Thank you. I'm gonna
like kind of roll the orc over so it's less visible, just to kind of.
You roll it out of a puddle of blood into another puddle of blood, but
Right, but it's not as visible. All the marks
not as
that
visible.
I've made on him.
as you do that, a small child that was coming to sees it and goes, "Mommy, what's that?" And the dad next to him goes, "Bruh!" and just pukes up
That
all
would
of
be
dinner.
the small intestine.
Hey, shouldn't we do something about that one over there with the thing in the...
At this point, he's already being attended to. The
Okay.
town physician has rushed up to him. Having been a war veteran himself, he's wearing a few medals on his chest.
Point at the town guard. I'm like, he did it.
At this point, the town guard is like reaching behind and finds that his spear's not there, and he hangs his head. And the deputy taps him lightly on the shoulder, realizing that he bumps part of the wound. And the guard goes, "Oh!" And the deputy goes, "Sorry, sir. Let's just get you patched up, and I think we need to talk to them about compensation." And they start stumbling off and stumble on in.
I was gonna say, as opposed to stumbling on in.
Another town guard walks up to you all, and from his satchel he pulls a bag, and then yet another comes up, and they all pull a few bags, and they all dig around. Each of you gets 10 gold pieces.
Nice.
The one with the biggest mustache steps forward and says, "I see you've been growing yours too." And he's a tall human male, and you assume it's been a handful of weeks, maybe a couple months for him to grow his. And he's admiring yours. It's about the same size and same caricature of yours. And he goes, "You've captured, stopped, souped a few of the gazers. They're a bunch that... Oh, you probably know about them. Don't worry about it. Thank you for doing...
Tell us more.
Where are you from that you don't know the gazers?"
You ever been in the forest?
The guard just looks at you, grins slightly, and shakes his head. "Oh, you don't see society much, do you, kid?"
No. What gave me away?
"The fact that your dog is standing more proper than you, sir."
Nick, stop making me look bad!
At that moment, Nick is scratching his ear, and you're like taking at him, and he just kind of shakes his head. "Oh, the gazers are a group around here, around many parts, that they seek control. They seek to literally control you, and it's the looks of it. This seems like things that have gone down in a few other towns. Thank you for stopping it so soon, because it tends to get ugly. There have been a few towns that have massacred others just on the sheer fact of the gazers being there. You have lodging, yes? If not, the Stumbling Inn's just up the road, and I'll talk to the manager there. We'll get you a room. We'll get you food."
Thank you.
At that point, hearing the Stumbling Inn, a young man steps forward. He goes, "Yeah, you called for me, guards. What is it you're looking for? You said my inn. I know this is a mess, but I didn't do it. I promise." And the guard just looks at him, gives a nod, and kind of points at you lot. Oh, hey, come to my inn. I got just what you need. We've got plenty of space. We've got some tables where you can sit and relax, have a bite to eat. We do have beds for each of you all and your friends. Is that your weasel over there? If you want, we can bring him too, and we can try to...
He died.
Miss,
But
he's still lightly breathing. We can bring him too if you wish. Just recall, He stays till the morning. Do you wanna have
Or until
him?
he gets to 0 hit points. And he got to 0.
Okay, he got to 0. Okay. He's not lightly breathing.
We can have a burial
We
out
can
back.
hold a barrel.
Would
for
you
it.
like
I'll play the piccolo.
Would you like to commemorate him with a vest, much like your friend here, your dragonborn?
No.
Okay. no, that would be a negative. Well, we do have.
He's practicing.
I can see that. We do have space
Give
for you.
him the farthest away room.
We do have an outbuilding.
Perfect.
It's got a small latrine and a bed, and we can throw a blanket down for your fox.
Sure.
We also have a hammock. We have a hammock in the back.
Is Elowen gonna put some silver over the weasel's eyes? It was hard enough to
It's
get
a
her to
magic
give it
weasel.
to a human.
It's a magic weasel. At
It's
this
a-
moment, the
is it a
weasel is
fae?
now just
Yeah.
starting
that's
to
true.
like
It's going to-
dissipate.
Yeah.
It's sparkling green and pinks and purples.
I guess
and
I don't
floats
have to
off,
put silver
floats
over
off
the
into the
weasel's
sky. And as you all walk to,
I mean, arguably, I shouldn't have even put
No, you should have.
silver on the human's
There
eyes,
would have
'cause
been
he was a
repercussions.
villain.
Carry on.
as you all follow this innkeeper to the inn,
He was a
He's
villain.
he's pointing out various things about the town and going on. Oh, so this town is called Dragonspire. You probably know about that because you're here already. But this was a building that, and he just keeps going on about the buildings and pointing things out. And walking up to the inn, as the doors open, you smell tasty treats that have been cooked just a little bit too long, as some people have been out of it for the last little bit. But one of the kitchen staff runs up. Oh, sir, I've got this soup that is perfectly boiled. It cooked a little bit longer than normal, but I think it made it better. And he runs back to the kitchen. And where the wall was once on the stairs, it's actually stairs that go up. And the innkeeper looks at you all and goes, find yourselves a room. If it's not locked, it's yours for the night. I'll send food up. You're all good. Welcome to the Stumble on Inn. Thank you for saving this town, and thank you for just stepping into this village. We don't get many visitors, and I need to know more about you. But first, rest, eat. We'll catch up in the morning.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say, son, thank you. We
Any-
will talk in the morning.
Anything for you, sir. I'll send up extra towels. You look a little...
Thank you. Your generosity is appreciated.
Enjoy. We'll talk in the morning. And with that, players,
We'll stumble on it again.
You retreat up to your rooms in the Stumble on Inn. Food gets sent up. The most delightful of soups that you've had in the longest time.
No, that's a potato soup.
But
Boil 'em.
three of you get a room,
Stick 'em.
and as Bigsby is reluctantly taking steps to the stairs, the innkeeper grabs his shoulder and pushes him back through the kitchen and back through the back door
To the outside.
and shoves you to the back where there's 3 trees, and between 2 of those trees there's a hammock. Next to the hammock there are a few blankets that have been tossed. The night sky is perfect, the stars are gleaming, there's a purple-orange glow, and off in the distance you see the hills that overlook a few of the towns, and you look and see some smoke from a couple other towns 10 to 15 miles away in each direction. You see some lights going out. This evening is turning out wonderfully for you as you all clean up and retire.
Lovely. Just lovely.
Boom! And with that, I would like to thank everyone for joining the Stumble On In tonight as
Thanks
we
for
have
coming over here.
our first full episode, which is a one-shot in the world of Near. NYR, players, if you wish to note that down. This is the island city of Dragonspire. Not too far, potentially, from where
Another band of travelers. happens to
another
be.
band of travelers happens to be in the hills looking down to
Same
an-
time frame?
Same time frame.
Interesting.
Not the same city the other travelers look
Sure.
into, but you are in the world of Near. And the black Isles.
Beautiful.
You get some rest too.
We're
Thank
actually
you.
gonna grab dinner.
Thank you for tuning in. I know it's late in some parts of the U.S. I know it's early if you're one of our
In
Chinese
Chinese?
followers.
I don't think I saw.
I don't think we saw our Chinese
European.
followers. Or where?
To the UK.
To the UK. It's
probably
really early there. It's 8
Very
hours
early.
ahead, so that means they're what?
3 a.m.
Sleepy.
It's like 6. No, it's like 3 a.m.
3
Yeah,
a.m.
3. It's early there. So if you're a UK follower and you're still up, thank you so much. Those
Atlanta.
Those of you who have
Heyo.
tuned in
Ooh,
and
it's
stayed up with us, amazing time with you all. We want to thank you so much for supporting us, whether it was a follow, a like, a few minutes of your time.
A tip.
A tip. We did
Seriously,
have
it
a
really
few tips
was.
come in, which was amazing. We did have a lot of interactions from all of you, and we look forward to that each and every week. Like I said, I enjoy watching my players crack up at what you do to them.
If you're interested in knowing more about us, though, you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, we do have an Indiegogo up right now. Go check out that page. It'll show you kind of what our goals are, why we're here, what we're looking for.
Other way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Other
it's on the
way.
right-hand
Indiegogo.
side?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was on the... Maybe I'm seeing
No,
it.
I mean, it's
on
on
the
their left.
It's
Well,
our
it
right.
was below me. It is. It
Anyways.
is below in our
There's a video there we talk about
in our
some stuff.
yeah. It's in our Instagram profile. It's in our Twitch profile.
Yeah.
There is a video there. What were you
Yeah.
gonna say about it?
It just tells you more about who we are and why we do what we do. Basically, it's because we love you guys.
And we love the game.
Pretty much.
We do this because we love the game. Even if we had no lights and we
Yeah.
had crappy
I mean-
microphones and the
Would
cameras
still
we
do.
have now, which work. But
So like episode 1.
episode 1. Look back at episode 1.
Yeah.
If everything was like episode 1, we'd still love doing this absolutely
Would.
because sitting across from one another, telling stories, and making each other laugh and feel and grow together, even if it's in different characters, is absolutely amazing. And we do this for us and for you. And so we look forward to connecting with you in many ways. I have made sure to tune our... Where is it? Up here? No, other side.
What are you
I'm bad
looking
at
for?
this. All
We're
of
still
our
figuring out how to
profiles-
Brady Bunch.
All of our profiles, yeah,
Or
the Brady
this way.
Bunch thing here. All
Wait.
the profiles are over there,
This
so
way.
please check out each individual here.
It's not
We
even
have
like a mirror.
3 actors on the
this way.
table, on the couch.
On the couch.
We attacked a table this evening.
We did.
For some tabletop day.
It's International
We-
Tabletop.
International Tabletop Day, where you did kill a tabletop
Yes.
mimic.
Hashtag
it
not
counts.
intentional.
It counts. But we have 3 actors on the couch and an artist as well. Our actors are also artists, and they're also amazing human beings.
just a
So
visual artist.
do take a look over here to my left-hand side at all of their profiles. We do appreciate likes, follows, etc. We will be back in 2 weeks with another episode, a one-shot, and I believe we might have a guest DM.
We will have a guest DM, and we will have a guest on the couch.
So this
So
summer
exciting.
we're getting some guests on the couch because some of us are traveling, some of us are out and about, others of us are just trying to get things done here. So we'll have some guests on the couch. We'll have some guests behind the camera here. Usually you will see Nathan or myself back here. Nathan will be jumping in next week with
Yep.
his
Or
one shot.
Way to royal this
Well,
week.
for the next 2 weeks, but next week
But
he's
next
jumping.
week it's a
he's
one-off,
jumping in
but
with a special
with the
one
follow-up.
shot
Mm-hmm.
that you all should tune in for because on our Indiegogo there is a backing tier that you can get that one shot to its entirety delivered to you exclusively.
Yep. It's not available
Exclusively for
anywhere
Indiegogo
else.
supporters. It's nowhere else.
Nowhere
else. Nowhere.
Tune in. Otherwise,
Where? No.
thank you for liking, following, commenting,
Is that
donating,
under something?
heckling,
All
joining,
accepted.
all of it.
Mm-hmm.
From the Stumble On In couch, the Stumble On In DM's desk. Have a good night, and we will see you again in 2 weeks.
Stumble on back now, you hear?
Bye.
These players. These players.
Macaljo, no!
Don't pee on that. What are you doing? No, no. What?
Meanwhile.
Good night.